There you go. All right. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Okay, there are way too many screens in front of me. So, yes, let's see how things go. And because all the three screens that are there in front of me are showing my face, my reaction in different times. So, yeah, this is crazy. So, let's go. Let's not waste much time. I'm excited to be here. First of all, thank you so much to all of you guys who have joined here, and you have given your precious time, your eyes and ears uh, to listen to what I have got to say. So, right, so I would ask you all to reserve your questions till the end of the session. And just to be very clear, this session is going to be in English unless there is something too complex that I say and you don't understand, then I can convey it in Hindi or Tamil. I know only these other two languages other than English. So that is there. And this session is a musician clinic, which is about social media for musicians. So let's not digress from that. Let's not throw in questions which are not related to social media for musicians, right? So let's begin. So as I was saying, first of all, thank you so much for your time, for lending your ears and eyes, and I'm excited to be here. Very grateful to be doing this. Very thankful to you all for showing so much love and support. I hope I can reciprocate and give you something of value today. All right, so without much delay, let's go straight to the point. So today we are going to do what is known as the musician clinic, and the topic for today is social media for musicians. This social media for musician is focused on my journey, what I have experienced in whatever little growth I have experienced so far. So I'm going to kind of analyze that and break it down for you guys. And from there on, there are other things that I've learned and understood over this journey. So I'll be sharing all of those things with you guys. I hope you all can hear me well. You can see what I'm showing, right? Just give me a quick thumbs up. All right. Okay, so that is the kind of delay. So whatever delay you have experienced between what I'm saying right now and that thumbs up statement, that is the kind of delay that is actually there. This is crazy. Okay, but yeah, I'll go through with it. Yeah. So yes, so let's go. Right. So today's topic is social media for musicians, right? And first of all, I want to address why is this session free. It is because number one reason is that I believe in giving value first. Okay, only when you give, you receive back, and that is something that I encourage all of you to kind of inculcate in your daily proceedings. Like try to give first, and once you give, you start receiving. So even with your social media, as musicians, as your content, don't worry about what is this going to bring me and or no. Just add value, just give, and see where that takes you. Okay, that is the primary reason. The secondary reason is that I don't claim to be an expert on social media. I don't think anyone can claim to be an expert on social media because it is ever changing. It's just crazy. So I don't like to charge for something that I cannot confidently say that yes, I am an expert, right? So this is my viewpoint, my journey. You can try to replicate it as it is. It might work for you, it might not work for you. You might have to make some tweaks, right? So with that, let's move on. Next, what's the giveaway in this workshop? The giveaway here is this. You can win a pass for 4 live music workshops. This is a non-music workshop. 4 live music workshop worth rupees 2000. Each workshop is priced at 500. I will be sharing details of all of that here and even on my Instagram in the coming couple of days. Okay, what are the topics, what is it priced, when is it happening, all that detail will come. Okay, but bottom line, the giveaway is that some of you can win passes to attend 4 of these workshops total, which is like worth 2000 rupees, and these are music based workshops. Okay, and what is the catch here? There is no catch, you've already been caught. The catch is that you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you have to participate, give your brilliant comments and queries, and just try and add value to this entire workshop. So yes, that's all there is in the giveaway, and I'll just randomly pick one person. I'm saying one person, it can be more than one person. Okay, so yeah, so that person will receive the passes to attend 4 of my paid workshops. So now the natural question is, what are the paid workshops? So just to give you a quick overview, the paid topics could be something like these: voice culture and care, how to emote better with your voice, all about ragas, harmony in the Indian fusion music's context, how to sing vocal harmonies, right? Chord theory in the Indian context, how to construct chords for, say, songs in a given raga. These all will be part of the paid workshop, and more topics will keep evolving, topics will keep showing up. I can include things like like a workshop on how to break down things into swaras, right? You have a tune, how to arrive at the swaras for it, where is the sa of the song, things like that. Okay, so you are free to give me suggestions both here and on Instagram, and I will definitely consider them and try to create programs out of it. So these are just some starting points, right? So next, this month, rather the month of August, the topic for August is voice culture and care. We are going to talk about essentials of good vocalists, some do's and don'ts, some warm-up methods, how to self-check. Most of you are probably practicing on your own. There is no teacher in front of you. How do you make sure that you are not making certain kind of mistakes, right? So, and then there are some templates for busy people. A lot of you are probably working individuals. You don't have like an hour, 2 hour to practice on a given day, right? So I'll have templates of, okay, if you have 15 minutes, do these. If you have 30 minutes, do these. And some other practice tools that will come in the voice culture and care workshop. This is not today. This is today's social media, okay? So these programs are priced at $499, and the person who wins, whoever, those who win the pass will get free access to this and 3 more different topics. Now the reason why I have kept the same topic on 3 different Saturdays in the same month is that, say, I don't want to be in a situation where I announce, okay, this workshop is happening on 12th, and then some of you say, oh, you know what, I'm traveling on that day, I cannot attend, and when are you doing this again? I want to have an answer for that. Okay, so this has happened in the past where I have announced something and someone has not been able to make it. They ask, when are you doing this again? And I didn't have an answer for that. So here is the solution for that. And kudos to Chaitanya, who's there. He's my colleague. He's there he's attending this. Kudos to him for actually having this brainwave and giving me this idea. So he only suggested that, hey, you know what? Realistically speaking, if someone cannot attend on 12th, we need to give them another date. So 3 Saturdays back to back of August, it's going to be the same topic. Okay? And you can plan your August accordingly so that whichever Saturday you are free, you can just sign up and you can attend this. Right. Good. So what are the free courses? Free courses will be under Musician Clinic. I understand that we have already taken 10 minutes, so I'm going to move a little faster. What are the free courses? Free courses is like social media for musicians, some finance basics for artists, how to deal with creative block, video editing, lighting, whatever I have learned. I'm not an expert in any of these, okay, but it's a continuous evolution for myself. So I'll share whatever I have learned so that it can probably expedite a few things for some of you. If you are like worrying what kind of cameras to use, how to light my scene, and like how to make it look nice on my videos, things like that. So yeah, those all will be free. Whatever is non-music, it will be free. Okay, whatever I know, I'm going to give it to you guys. Good. So let's move on. Where are we now? So Musician Clinic episode 1, social media for musicians. Let me sip some water. Oh, by the way, this is like a 3-liter bottle, which I keep sipping. I try to finish at least 1.5 of this bottle, right? So almost like 4.5 liters of water. As singers, this is the single best thing you can do for your voice. Okay, I'm just digressing from this topic. Single best thing that you can do for your voice, hydrate it well. All your cracks and your voice is breaking up, high pitch, everything will go away. Just hydrate yourself well. That's it. Okay, let's go. So let's start with the poll. Okay. Here is the poll. I'm going to launch a poll here and you guys are going to answer this. Likes. So the question is, which one of these is most important metric for you in a piece of content on social media? Okay, let me just load on all the options. There you go. Ask my community. Right, start polling. Come on. Which of these is the most important metric for a content? When you look at a content, which is like the most important this thing for you guys? There you go. Yeah, I can see answers coming in. Yeah, some of you are saying likes, some of you are saying followers, comments, shares and saves. Okay, nice. Is there anything like overhydration? Yes, there is anything like overhydration. Yes. Don't drink more than 4 liters of water in a day. Okay, 4 to 5 liters. Don't drink more than that. You'll start losing weight. Your skin will become very thin. It will lead to health complications. Don't drink more than 5 liters, to be very honest. If it's very hot, like Delhi, Hyderabad, dry weather, drink 5 liters. Otherwise, no. Yeah. There you go. Good. So let me end the poll there. Okay, so the result is that the shares, there you go. Most of you have said that shares and saves. Exactly, you guys are on the right path. Okay, you guys are thinking right. Shares and saves matter a lot, and that is one of the most important metric to look for, to aim for in your content. Okay, good, very nice. So not to brag, I am a very humble person, but I had to show this, right? So I started making this presentation on Monday, the last Monday, and at that time it was 47040, but exactly, Shailesh, very rightly said, Shailesh. So this is the number of follower count, but the follower count has no meaning unless you know how you have gotten those followers. Okay, there are so many ridiculous services on social media which will say, hey, you know what, you pay us 5,000 rupees, in like 2 days you will get 10,000 followers. Please don't fall for those scams. Those don't work. To be very honest, if you even if you do that and you get like 10k followers, you are not going to get any kind of engagement on your posts. Okay, you're still going to get just 100 plays on your reels, because whoever followed you did not follow for what you have to offer them. Okay, they just followed because someone paid them money, clicked. That is not the audience you want. As musicians, you want people to listen to your music. You want people to come for what you can offer, right? So also pay attention to the graph here, which shows like a very long period of literally nothing happening, and then bam, it just goes up. Okay, that is important thing to keep in mind. We'll talk a little bit more on that. Look at the unfollows. It's not like you'll always have followers happening. Unfollows will also happen. People will stop relating to your content, or people will get irritated by maybe one controversial thing you said, and they'll get irritated, they'll get annoyed, and they'll unfollow you. People might just quit Instagram altogether, and then there are bots which Instagram also purges every now and then, right? So unfollows will happen. Don't worry about it. As long as the overall number isn't positive, you are happy. Okay, and you are getting it organically without paying for your content. You're on the right track. Okay, right. So if you look at the graph over the past 3 years, when I took the decision to become a full-time musician just before the lockdown, Purujit, I can see that your question on algorithm. We'll come to that. Okay, we'll come to that. I'll answer that question. So yeah, so just before the lockdown, I quit my job, and I wanted to pursue music full time, do things like that. But then the universe had a different plan, so then I had to improvise. I started putting content on social media, a lot of experimentations, trials and errors, and over the past 3 years, it has come from somewhere around 800 to currently around 47, 48, right? So that is the number. And now when you look at this graph, it feels, oh wow, it's like a nice exponential increase, you've constantly increased. No, the reality of this graph is here. This is how the graph actually looks like. What the hell just happened? Yeah, there you go. This is what the graph actually look like. It is long periods of literally no activity, right? Long periods of no activity, plateaus, followed by tail events. I like to call them tail events because I read that terminology in a book called The Psychology of Money, right? So in that, it just says that life is about tail events. Everything that happens in the universe is building up to something. When you feel that nothing is happening, and then bam, everything just goes crazy, and you're like, wow, how did this even happen, right? Volcanoes erupt like that. They're like simmering for centuries, and one fine day, bam, it just goes. It's not like it decided to go bam that day, right? No, it's been building up over a period of year, and that seemingly feels like, oh, it's just the volcano is just like that, right? Mutual funds will work like that, right? Mutual funds will work like that. Your any skill that you're trying to build, that will work like that. If you want to improve, say you want to become fitter, it's not like you go and you just start lifting up weights, and then the next day you are like 6 packs and stuff, right? No, you keep doing it, and one fine day you're like, oh dude, I seem to be looking a little fitter, right? Things like, so everything in the universe is about tail events. So what matters is what you do during these plateaus. If you give up, you've given up. If you continue, experiment, try, iterate, then you give yourself a chance to be a part of one of these tail events. That is what I have understood from this, right? So you see, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 tail events that happen. I can actually very clearly tell you which are the 3 reels which led to this tail event. Reel number 1 was this. I hope you guys can see this. This was put way back in 2020, where I was just playing, and I said, when you are singing, improvising on Rag Desh, and then it hits you. I'm like going, and then I sing, right? And then the Roj, I make some weird expressions, and I have a nice keyboard patch going on. So that really started, not immediately, it took a while, okay? Sometime around the summer is when it started going up. If you notice, actually all 3 tail events are around that June-July period. And oh, sorry, I did not switch it. My bad. Thank you so much. Let me go. So what I was saying is, these are the 3 tail events that led to massive growth, right? And I can pinpoint which reels actually gave me that kind of growth. Okay. So yeah, so the first one, this is the Desh Rag Improv, and then where I went into from Desh Rag Improv I went into the Roja Alap, right? This is like a reshare that I've done. Here is one from the archives that went crazy. I put a story because Instagram is not even letting me see this now. It's that old. Okay, I cannot even find it in the archives. It's that old. So, but this did not immediately go off. It took a while. Okay, and I kept putting, and then after a while, this was one of the reels which started picking up, and it took me from 800 to almost 8,000 followers. I kind of capitalized on that momentum, and I started putting more interesting things, and that led to me reaching from 800 to 8,000 followers. Okay, the next tail came almost after a year in June, July again. It was somewhat okay. It went from 8 to around 10k gradually over what I was putting, and then was the Pasuri experiment where I changed the notes of the song Pasuri right when it came. It came, and within a few days, when you're scrolling through Instagram and every other reel is using that song, it's about that song. That's an indicator that that song is going viral, right? So I just took that opportunity and I just changed a few notes. And Pasuri, which is Ravanchu Bavanchu Onu Lukawa Koi Menu Na Roke, I just changed it into the major scale. Ravanchu Bavanchu Ravanchu Bavanchu Onu Lukawa Koi Menu Na Roke, Ravanchu Bavanchu Onu Lukawa Koi Menu Na Roke, Mere Dhol Judaiyan Di. Sounded like a bhajan. People even started remixing it, and they started putting bhajan music behind it. They did crazy things. But this also, people started requesting, hey, you know what, make it in Bhairav. Hey, you know what, make it in Todi. And I did some follow-up reels, and that gave me a lot of traction, from 10 to 13.5, followed by almost a year of getting stuck at 13.5. I did not see any growth. Almost a year of 13.5, and then came the biggie, the song breakdowns, the Herate that I did, from Herate, and then Unnai Kana Danan, and then the Dilruba, the Malayalam song, and then it's still going on, right? So that just skyrocketed. Okay, and now pay attention to like how many non-followers this has been pushed to. These are reels. Okay, pay attention to how many saves and shares have happened here, right? This is what matters. So 7,000 people sharing the content, that is what you want. Okay, 7,000 people saving the content, that is what you want, right? And I have a strong belief that summers are definitely my month, and why that happens is, I have a feeling that people, exams are over, summer breaks are coming in, people spend more time on social media, and the March end madness is over, right? People who work, they know March end deliverables. People who are in the CAs, accounts people, they know what crazy is that, what craziness is around March, right? So April, May, June seems to be the month, and then after that the festive seasons come, schools reopen, colleges reopen, lot of festivals come up, then the winter break, again exams come up, people are traveling, so then I think people start going a little less, spending a little less time on social media. So I am beginning to think that is my hypothesis. So let's see, I'll continue putting song breakdowns. Let's see if the growth continues till the end of this year, and let's see where I reach. I would be happy if I'm proved wrong and I get more followers. Right? So so basically this helped me kind of analyze that these are three types of content that people like. Okay, it is important to understand what people like rather than what you like putting. Okay, so it is important to understand, and if you can come at a middle ground where you enjoy putting it and people are also liking it, that's the best. So it is important to understand what people are liking. So song breakdowns that I'm doing right now, I've been doing that with my one-on-one students for the past 3 years. A lot of my students want to improve upon film singing, and they'll come and they'll say, hey, there was one student, he said, I want to learn that Tamil song, Malare Maunama, Mauname. That song, right? So he wanted to get better at that. Me. So I spent classes with him, just telling him, just teaching him that. He got better eventually. So yeah, so I was doing song breakdowns for a long time with my one-on-one students, and Eherethe was a brainwave given by one of my students, former students. She sent me that YouTube video and said, "Hey, can you help me decode this?" So I decoded it. I sent it to her. I sent a voice note to her, and she called me for her housewarming after about a month, and I went there, and there she's singing that, and she's like, you know what, that breakdown really helped. That got me thinking, like, let me put it. Let's see what happens. The moment I put it, I knew I had a hit, because my Instagram went crazy. The moment I put it, it was like. It was crazy, and I knew, okay, something is working here. Okay, so after that, when you have such signs, it's about capitalizing on those signs, right? So there are 3 types. Type 1, improvise on a raga, follow it up with the film song in that raga. Type 2 is change a few notes and see if the feel changes. Type 3 is song breakdowns, right? So I followed up with the type 1 concept, and I replicated it with better content. So the Riti Gowda song that really got crazy, it's got 100,000 plays, right? Some 90,000 non-followers have seen that video, right? 1,800 people have shared and saved that video. So Riti Gowda breakdown, singing in Riti Gowda, and doing that really electronic thing happening with the that thing that was happening in that, right? And I complemented that with the video edit, a lot of flicker and all those things. So it was a nice piece, it was a complete piece. I replicated it in other songs as well. Some of them didn't get as much recognition, but Riti Gowda picked up very well. So that is like a format that I have. I can do this. That is a template that I can play with. The next was, of course, the Pasuri experiment, which led to the What If series with my band Vahaka, if you guys have been following. The What If series took my band's following also from 600 to around 1500. We did Kesariya Tera, that song, in a very different raga with the guitar playing, and it was like, some of it was really cool sounding, some of it was borderline cringy, but but it worked for the band as well. From 600 to 1500, right now the band is somewhere close to 2K. Okay, so yeah, and then I also replicated that with the Veera Raja Veera Nura, that song, right? Na na ta na na na. I just changed that into a different raga and I sang it, and that still continues to get comments like, what's the point of this, right? There is no point. That is the point. Point of doing the breakdown is because you can. Because you can try it, experiment, and see how it feels, right? Exactly, Puruji, we have to experiment with all the ideas we get in order to find what people like. Exactly, you have to experiment. If you fear experimentation, it will not take you anywhere, right? Yeah, oh yeah, the Dosa song didn't go viral, which is like, maybe I'll put it again now that I have a nice bigger following, right? So yeah, continuing. So the What If series was originated from that Pasuri experiment, and it ran its course. When something has run its course, that okay, it's no longer fun, So I reserve the What If, the change in raga series, to only when something really goes viral. So the next song that becomes very popular, you can definitely expect me to change a few notes in the main melody and post it, right? So I'll definitely do that. I have a working template, right? Then of course the song breakdowns were crazy. Dilruba, even with a mistake, okay? Dilruba has a mistake from my end. If you go through the comments, there are very kind people who have actually corrected that mistake. Even with a mistake, it's gone 718k plays as of Monday. I'm not sure what is the number right now. Shankar Mahadevan has, I think, almost about to touch 500, right? All these are going very well, and there are new ones that I have put that are also going very well. The Harmony Warrior poster, this actually screenshot of the descending order of plays, right? So Harmony Warrior poster, this is a boosted poster. Okay, so we'll talk about does it make sense to boost your things later on, but yeah, this is a boosted post. Long story short, no, boosting doesn't help. Okay, paying Instagram, YouTube to push your content doesn't get you anywhere. At least it has not gotten me anywhere. It has just been a waste of money. Okay, so I feel that it is better to give incredible value to people and just keep doing it till you hit a place where people are ready to listen to you, and then give them things that they might actually be willing to pay for as well, right? So yeah, so paying Instagram, YouTube, in my honest opinion, is one of the biggest scams, right? So yeah, see the irony. I'm talking about YouTube promotion on live YouTube. Let's see where that takes my profile. Anyway, so yeah, poll time. Good. So next poll is here. Let me load it up for you guys. So the question is, what makes you hit the follow or subscribe button on somebody's page? Okay, so let me give you the options. It takes a little longer time because I have to copy paste. This is not like Zoom. In Zoom you can just load polls and it will immediately do that, right? Yeah, there you go. What did I ask? Yeah, what makes you hit the follow or subscribe button? So the options are there, right there. Let's start polling. Right. Glad to see you all, people. There's so many comments. Please pardon me because I will read some comments and I'll miss through most of it because I have only two eyes, and luckily for me they cannot go in opposite directions. Right. So yeah, there you go. Informative and educating, entertaining, consistent, regular updates. Nice. Very interesting insight. Thank you so much, everyone. All of you guys who are giving such kind words of appreciation. My mouth is fumbling. I'm like overwhelmed by the kind of response I'm getting. The words are fumbling. Doesn't happen that often with me. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of you have said informative and educating. Yeah, there you go. You guys are again on right track. That's what makes you hit the follow subscribe button. How regularly they are putting is of little importance, right? And how entertaining they are is also something I would give it more importance. But going by this poll, yeah, okay, 73% of you guys, of you people have voted for informative and educating, because I think the audience that I have is the audience which appreciates information and education, right? That's why it is there. But yeah, I'm definitely sure that there are creators whom you look up to, whom you love, who are just pure entertainment, right? I definitely have such creator. One big example is Yashraj Mukhate. I absolutely love what he does. I followed him for the Rasoda thing that made him famous, but as a producer, he's just brilliant. He does brilliant production. Just check out the last song that he put. It's brilliant. It's funny, but at the same time, it's like, wow, he's done such a beautiful musical piece. Okay, so but yeah, more on that later. Right. So that is a very important insight that we have, that information and education is what makes you hit the like button, right? But now what you should think is your content following somewhat the results of this poll, right? When you put out content, is it entertaining? Is it giving some kind of information? Is it educating people? That is something to think inwards, right? Because if you are just singing and putting, I'll show you certain things later on. If you're just singing a cover song and putting the video out, you're probably going to get lost in all the noise, because there are probably 1 million people trying to sing covers of the same song, right? Right, there you go. Yeah, back to point one, sharing is key. Yes, there you go. Have been following you almost in the voice culture now. Nice to see you, Sriram. Get to know about you and followed you from Vaka. Oh wow, that's Sagar. Thank you so much. Right. Oh, Vaka is Vahak rather. I like to. We keep making mistakes ourselves. We call it Vahaka, but no, it's actually Vahak. Like Vahan, Vahak. Vahak is the driver. So the band and the music is the driver which has carried all five of us, the band members, through the ups and downs of our lives. That is the reason we named it Vahak. It's our carrier. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, not career, carrier. Right. So yeah. So something to think inwards. Right. So consistency, entertaining, and educating. These are very three important concepts that you should keep in mind when you are creating content. Ideally, your content should be a mix of all three. Something entertaining, which is also educating, and something that you can maintain, or you can maintain a consistency. You can do it regularly, which is not too much effort. You can do it regularly. That is what I mean by consistency. Okay, so let's look at these points a little in depth. Consistency. You'll find a lot of people who will, you'll find a lot of people on social media who will say, put a reel one day, also post, 7 days, put a reel, put a post, and you will see your profile skyrocket. Use trending audios. This is the trending audio I used. Your profile will skyrocket. Why will a musician use a trending audio? That is something to think about. Okay. That is a very generic information that those guys gives, and it will work at certain points. Okay, but as a musician, as a music content creator, you want your own audio to become trending, right? That's the fun part, right? Why will you use someone else's audio just because it's trending, and gain followers? Even if you gain followers, they have not come for your music. They have come for whatever other things you did in that video. And they'll soon unfollow. They're like, why did I even follow this person? Right? Because that piece, trending audio, it shows it to a lot of people, because trending audios, you give yourself a chance to come into the feed, but it'll not lead to like sustainable, good, engaging audience which really loves you for what you are offering. Okay, so don't fall into that trap of using trending audios and beating yourself up with, I want to do post a reel every day, I want to post a post every day. No, try to post every day, okay, if you can. Right, so try to post every day if you can, but I know people have other lives. You have your work to deal with, right? All those things are there, so don't beat yourself up with I didn't post today. No. Maintain a frequency that you can actually do, right? If it means once a week, let it be once a week. If it's once in 2 weeks, let it be like that. Once a month, let it be like that. But lower your expectations for growth accordingly. Okay, do not expect that you'll put one video in a month and your profile will skyrocket in that one video, and that's it. You don't have to put anything. The growth will slow down. Okay, so unless you are someone like me who's doing this full time, I do not want you guys to take pressure and try and make content and put it every single day. Don't beat yourself up. Okay, think of content, experiment, see what works, allocate a day, batch record, do a few things, make a few different variations of that content, and keep it in your drafts and upload it, I don't know, once a week or something like that. So if you can take one day out, batch record, and create 8 videos, and you are putting 1 video per week, you are done for 2 months, right? So work smart. Entertaining. As musicians, sound is our biggest thing. Let me switch to PPT, sorry. Entertaining. As musicians, sound is what matters the most to us. So make sure your sound is good, right? Which means you have to produce the track, if it's a track, or if you are recording something, if you are singing a cover, make sure there's a good mic, or at least your smartphone has a good mic. Things like that. Okay, don't don't sing it in a bathroom with the camera facing the ceiling because you don't want to show your face or you don't want to show the pot behind you, right? So don't do all that, because that's just bad audio, bad video, right? So don't do that. Fix the sound, okay? Then visually pleasing, it has to look good, okay? Which means you have to look presentable. Background has to probably at least be neat, decluttered, right? If you can work a bit more on that, that is ideal, right? The video has to be well scripted, which means you have to think through how you are going to edit the video, if you are editing the video and all that. Like, you take all these big names in social media music, people like Abby V, Sukanya, Rohit Jayaraman, the Nandi sisters, right? So you look at their videos, they are like well produced. I'm not asking you to go all guns blazing, hire a team, spend money, through burn money through your nose, or whatever is the right analogy for it, and do all of that just to get like 100 views. No. Whatever equipment you have, whatever stuff you have right now, use it to the maximum potential. If you have a decent smartphone, figure out lighting, figure out a nice corner in your room which can be a nice background, standardize all of that, and keep putting videos of high quality, okay? Keep the user hooked and try to blow their mind with your content. And how do you know whether it is going to blow their mind? If it blows your mind, it is probably blowing their mind as well, because you are the first listener, first viewer of your content. You are the first listener, first viewer. Once you have made the final product, you look at it. You are the first person who sees it. If you have a good feeling about it, if you feel, this is nice, put it. Don't start picking flaws in it and, beat yourself up and like, that one note went a little off. Doesn't matter. Everybody sings off, okay? It's fine. It's good enough. You are liking it. Just put it. Just post. Okay. Again, I can see that there are some questions coming in. It'll basically break my flow. So what I suggest is, make a note of all the questions that you are having right now. Towards the end, I'll open it up one by one. I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. Okay. Please make a note of it. Yeah. There you go. Third one, educating. Very simple, single line answer. You have to add value to the viewer. Okay. So when they see the video, they should feel, okay, that was interesting. I got to learn something. I didn't know this. Right. And again, aspire to blow their mind. Okay. And in the educating part, understanding how to blow the viewer's mind is a little difficult, because if you know something and you've known it for a while, it won't blow your mind, right? It's like, this is evident. That's how song breakdowns were for me, right? I was like, song breakdown hi to hai, right? That was my approach. Like, they're singing this notes, yeah, okay, just put it like that. That's how it is. I had no clue that people needed these breakdowns. I had no idea. It's only when I tried it and I saw the result, it got validated. And even then, sometimes I'll end up thinking that, you know what, this is a very simple part. I don't think anyone needs the breakdown of this part. Turns out people were looking for it, no matter how simple it was. Like the Rang Dena, that song, right? Rang Dena, right? So that was very simple. Like, yeah, this is straightforward. Why will someone need a breakdown for this? But I put it, and that also went like crazy, right? People. So when you're trying to provide information, nobody's going to comment and say, hey, you know what, I know this already. No. When it is information, people take the opportunity to add value to it. Look at the comments of some of my posts, right? There are Nitin Dubey bhai is there. He's such a brilliant, he does such brilliant analysis of music, right? And he's himself a very good teacher. We have a common student, and he raves about Nitin's classes, right? But it's all music production mainly. So he gave such information in one of my posts about why that Mitva breakdown. He started talking about how the YouTube pitches it up, right? It opens gateway for very interesting conversations, right? So, and you can see there are a lot of people who are like, oh wow, I had no clue something like this happens. So information is what this is the information age. The powerful person is the person who has the information, who is educated, who understands what is happening, right? So no matter what information you have, try to nicely package it in your video if that is what you're going for, if you are providing information. Another page that I recently came across, one guy named Prithvi, I'm forgetting his handle. Prithvi, he is a Carnatic musician. His videos are very simple. He is looking at the camera and singing to a tanpura, and there is the raga name on top, and in the description he puts what are the 7 songs in that raga that he's singing. He's singing two lines from each song like a medley, just to a tanpura. He sings it in a very Carnatic way, but nevertheless that's valuable information, and valuable information for someone like me. Why? Because if I have to pick a Raga Chords episode, I hope you guys have seen some of that, right? Raga Chords episode, I spend a lot of time researching on, oh, you know what, okay, Raga XYZ, what are some film song examples that I can play with? He's cut short my work. I can just try to find on his page, I can try to find which raga I want to do a Raga Chords on, and he's already given me 5 songs that I can use as examples, right? He saved my time. Immediately follow, right? Immediately followed. Like, that's such brilliant research he's done. Okay, so Prithvi, I think his name is Prithvi. Brilliant chap. He has, and as you would expect, he has 10k, 11k followers. Brilliant guy. Right? Poll time. Again, there you go. So, it's funny that I'm asking this question on YouTube. Hold on. I won't give away the question. This copy paste is taking so much time, man. There you go. Whoa, what just happened? Yeah, there you go. Which one do you spend more time on? Instagram or YouTube? There we go. Polls have begun. Nice. Okay. Easy question. Yeah. Yeah, Sankalp, how to identify that something which is very normal to us can really blow the mind of our listeners? It's only by putting it out. You give that information, and I'm sure, you give some information, and I'm sure someone will not know about it. 100%. Unless you are saying that, B comes after A, something that rudimentary, everyone will say, yeah, you know what, nothing new, right? We know that. My daughter probably doesn't know that. So example, someone will definitely be there who doesn't know it. Okay, so if you know something, if there's an information and you find it interesting, put it, present it in a nice way, passionately present it, and I'm sure even if not for the information, the way you presented it, they'll come, right? The way a lot of my content is also sometimes like that, like, it's something evident, but I just repackage it and tell it a little differently, right? So that it probably makes a little more sense, right? Good. Instagram and YouTube, there you go. Okay, Instagram clearly wins, right? YouTube has longer videos, you're right, Lakshman. Yes. Hemraj, yes, welcome. देर आए दुरुस्त आए, कोई बात नहीं. This is anyway, this video will be saved on YouTube. You guys can always watch it again later, right? I'll try from my level best. I'll try to add the timelines so that you know what I'm talking about. You can go to that chapter directly and you can check it, right? I'll do that. Don't worry about that. So yeah. So now let's talk about the two towers. I wanted to cue in the Lord of the Rings movie, maybe the soundtrack of Lord of the Rings. Right. So the two towers, in my opinion, the two dark towers, necessary evils in our lifetime. Instagram and YouTube, particularly if you're a musician, you're trying to make some kind of an impact, definitely you need to be on these two platforms at least, right? Why I named Instagram as Saruman's tower and Sauron as YouTube is because YouTube, in my opinion, is still the bop, right? It's the big daddy, because it is difficult to crack YouTube, and they have made it more difficult for people to monetize their content and all that. But it is still the place where a lot of people first go and check out. So if I say, hey, you know what, I have a band, we're called Vahak, we have a new song coming up, and they'll be like, oh, is it on YouTube? That's the first question people ask, right? So yeah, so yes, right, Isengard. So Isengard versus Mordor, right? So YouTube is still the big daddy in my opinion, and that is why you can probably tweak certain things to work, which improves your workflow, okay? Yeah. So Sankalp, that's a very good point. People can spend more time watching 100 short videos than watching one long video. There's a reason why those are working, right? It started with TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. Everyone is joining that bandwagon. There's a reason why that is working, and it is becoming increasingly more challenging for creators like you and me to give value in like 60 seconds. It is a big challenge. But that being said, there is still a huge audience for YouTube, and people still, if say for example, I bought this new camera from which you can see my face, okay? This is a Sony ZV-1. I bought this new camera, and a lot of the things that I wanted to know how to set it up for streaming, that I went to YouTube and I found those videos. That is the only place I found that video. There is no way I can find that video on Instagram. Why? Because Instagram is not that great a search engine than YouTube. YouTube is, because of its Google affiliation, right? It's a great search engine, and it remembers your searches. It shows you which video you looked for previously. It helps you save them, put them in a playlist. There are a lot of advantages of YouTube. So yes, both are needed. In my honest opinion, both are needed for creators like us, and we need to be present in both, right? So there you go. So Instagram, you guys all know this already, but I'll just quickly give you a few pointers. It's known for short form content, up to 90-second reels. You can put single posts or multiple posts. You have stories. The Instagram Live, to be very honest, I'm not a big fan of that, but yeah, you can connect with your audience. It has limitations. Instagram DMs are brilliant, okay? That's where the real work happens. And long videos get posted as reels, so not a big fan of putting long videos on Instagram. YouTube, on the other hand, is for long form content. You can make it elaborate or crisp. You can put chapters and make it easy for people to navigate. Short features up to 60 seconds, and the live is amazing. We are right now using it, right, for this information exchange. Monetization, yeah, paid. Whoa, okay. Monetization, paid subscriber option is available in certain countries on Instagram. I don't think it is there on India. I honestly don't see that picking up as well, right? I honestly don't see that picking up, the paid subscriber thing, because I personally do not want to put content which is like, exclusive for some people who have paid and subscribed, right? And I don't know how it just doesn't add up in my head. But yeah, they're trying these things. But Instagram is a marketplace. That's what Instagram is. Instagram is a marketplace where your content is the product catalog. The reels is like the marketing flyer, the ads that brings new people in. Stories and DMs is what you use for making your sales, right? And posts, you educate your audience about it, your existing audience. Okay, posts have a lesser reach to new audience, to the non-followers, okay, compared to reels. And live is for connecting, just to kind of have an interaction with people who are following you, right? And YouTube monetization is mainly ad revenue, right? And you have to meet that 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hour criteria, you can either entertain or educate, right? People watch full-fledged movies on YouTube, and so YouTube, definitely, if you have a long video, YouTube is the place to be, right? Of course, both platforms have paid collabs and sponsorships that you can get, and depending on in which platform you are more prominent, people will ask you to collaborate in that platform, right? But one big difference that is there between YouTube and Instagram is this. Okay, this is one of the biggest differences. So do not try putting a horizontal video on Instagram. Will not work. Like you shoot the phone horizontally and you try to put it as a reel on Instagram, it will not work. It'll definitely not work. Okay, I've tried that, doesn't work. YouTube, you try to put a vertical video, it creates like a weird blurry thing on the left and right, does not look pleasing, so you are better off making horizontal. So now the natural question is, hey, you want us to be on both social media platforms, there's just so much content to create, right? So you have to work smart about it. So create one content, okay, create one piece of content, shoot it horizontally, but frame it such that you can cut between the red vertical lines and make a vertical video out of it for Instagram. There you go, something like this. Okay, right? That's my happy face. Right? Let me sip some water till you guys look at this beautiful face. Excellent. Almost nearing an hour, not much left. I'm also almost towards the end of my presentation only, right? So yeah. So that's how you work smart. So my Raga chords videos, thanks to Chaitanya, I shoot it all horizontal for YouTube, because Raga chords is, each video is like 8 minutes, 10 minutes long on an average, and then I give it to Chaitanya and he cuts reels out of it, right? Yes, Aditya, we need more skits. Aditya is, by the way, is a good friend of mine. I've never met him in person though, but he's a good Instagram friend of mine, and we've done a bunch of skits, the Carnatic Pandit skits. We've done that. I do have more ideas, Aditya. We'll definitely, and I'm sure you have like a truckload of ideas for those, so we'll do more skits. Thanks for joining in. I think you're in Germany, right? Yeah, it's the same time in Germany. Yeah, good. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, moving on. So work smart. So if you have content ideas for your YouTube, make those YouTube videos first and cut reels from it. Okay, and frame yourself such that it right, there you go. Lakshman, yeah, great point. Longer vertical video, I put it on Insta, no reach, there you go. It will not. Now, is there any way I can put it on YouTube? You can put it as it is. I would suggest to reshoot it, because it probably will not work on YouTube as well. Because if you put it as a short, if you can't put it as a reel on Instagram, you can definitely not put it as a short on YouTube, because 60 seconds, Instagram gives you 90 seconds. You will have to put it as a proper video, and you'll put a vertical video, it'll do that weird, stupid, blurry thing on left and right, and it'll not do well. Okay, you are better off redoing the whole thing. Trust me. Okay, better off redoing the whole thing. Right. So yeah, moving on. So what are the similarities between these two? Okay, these are the differences, right? So what is the similarity between Isengard and Mordor? They both want to end the world, right? There you go. Both make it hard to connect audience from one platform to the other platform. Okay, this is evident. Of course, it's business. Why will they make it easy for people to go from Instagram to YouTube? I'll show you an actual example from my profile itself. So this workshop was also for a way to kind of increase my YouTube audience. I have 40 plus on Instagram, and I had like 3,500 or something on YouTube. I was hoping, okay, some of them will join to YouTube. No matter what I do, I got about, I think 500 or something people transition from Instagram to YouTube. Okay, they make it difficult. I did that because I could highlight this point. Of course, I wanted more people to join YouTube as well. But yeah, this point can be very well highlighted by that experiment, right? So both make it hard to connect audiences from each other. So now check this out. This is the post that I put on Instagram. I am sure not many people have seen this post. If I give you some details, it was posted on 29 July, 1 week back, and I think even today it only has around 102 likes. This post has only 102 odd likes. As on 2nd August, it was 101. I think today it is 102 only. Not many likes, and a lot of people. My wife didn't know I had put this. Okay, my wife had no clue. She was like, "Acha, you put a new content today. You put a new post today. I don't know what is it about." It didn't show her. Why? Because I had the YouTube logo on it. It said live on YouTube. Instagram can read what is written and it knows that you have put YouTube. Okay. Compare that with this post which I put a few days later, which was on 31st July, which is just a engagement post. I do this once a week where I ask such questions and I want people to respond to it, because it's very nice to hear stories from other people, right? And it kind of creates a nice little bond between me and my followers that, yeah, it makes you relive certain nice moments, makes you rethink certain things about, your life and your decisions. So it's a nice way to kind of make people look inwards, right? So here, I put it on 31st July and as on 2nd August, 325 likes on that. And it had a lot of comments in it. And posts like this in the past have done so well, like 700 people liking it, some comments that I couldn't even find time to read through. I have to sit and do that. There's so many beautiful comments, beautiful stories, right? So that had nothing to do with YouTube, and Instagram showed it to so many people. This was evidently asking people to come to leave Instagram and come to YouTube. It did not show it. Okay, how did I work around it? I did not say the word YouTube again. I just said it's a free workshop. I put it on my stories. I said, hey, free workshop, reply to this and you will get a link in your DM. And I used ManyChat automation to give. Exactly. Very rightly said, Divya. Instagram algorithm has some words. I'm sure these are smart people, right? They are doing business. Why will they want you to move to YouTube? Why will YouTube want you to move to Instagram? YouTube, on the other hand, gives you option to put your social hyperlinks on your channel's main page. But who visits the channel main page? Nobody. If I want to search for a video, I'll search for a video. YouTube has such a beautiful search engine algorithm that it shows me what I want. I watch the video. If I like that person, I subscribe. I never visit their channel. Right? Why? I actually don't think there are many people from my YouTube audience who have come to Instagram. I don't think there are many people, right? This conscious effort to bring Instagram people to YouTube probably has like some 300 people who have come from Instagram to YouTube. But otherwise, YouTube has grown on its own. Instagram has grown on its own. YouTube, long form content, so slower growth because not many people are looking for long form contents. Instagram, quick bites, quick, instant gratification. So more people are following and it is growing faster. As simple as that. Okay. But that doesn't make it such that, Instagram is the way and YouTube is not the way. No, YouTube is also the right way. If you really get your channel going up, it can really help you get incredible amount of passive income. Okay. There are people who are examples of that. Right. Anyways. Poll time. Okay, so this is the question that foxes us all. So many copy pastes I have to do. Okay, I'll not. Okay. Pardon my. Okay, set of complex rules. Okay, I'll just remove the others. While I copy paste, yes, please keep the comments flowing. Push content that keeps people hooked. There you go. Add more option. And I think next time I'll just do this through Zoom. Yeah. That is perfect. There you go. There's the poll. Okay, the third option is push content that keeps people hooked. Yeah, thank you so much. YouTube has shorts, yes. The smart move to call someone in Instagram to YouTube, yes. Again, it's not entirely my original idea. It has been in on the back of my head, but again, it was fueled by my brilliant colleague Chaitanya here. Yeah, there's the poll. Yeah, still copy pasting it, right? Push content that keeps people hooked, right? More content, more followers. Set of complex rules, that is option 1. Push content that is perfect, right? So let me tell you right now, it is not a set of complex rules. It is not about creating perfect content. Definitely option number 3 is something that matters the most. Probably option number 2 as well. More content. If you can deliver quality which keeps people hooked, and you can do that very regularly, definitely you will grow much faster. Okay, so yeah, nice. Let me end that poll. Very nice. So these are the results. Right, there you go. Okay, so so yeah, moving on. So what is the algorithm? So both want their users to spend more time with them. That's it. Okay, and why are they doing this? Why do they want people to spend more time? So that they can tomorrow, go to a company and say that, hey, you know what? People on Instagram spend 10 times more time than people on YouTube. So why don't you advertise with us? Right? That is the way these social media platforms make money, right? Advertisements. That's how they make money. So both of them want their users to just stick to their app. Don't go outside the app. Do everything within the app. Just be inside Instagram. Just be with YouTube all the time. Okay? So, and that is the dreaded algorithm. That's it. What makes people hooked and keeps them within the app? That's what is the algorithm. Nothing big, right? That's it. So if you can come up with creative ways of people to kind of rewatch things, you'll see videos where if it's like a joke or something like a cringy funny video, the hook line is like abruptly cut. Before that, the story will come. It will make you become curious of what can happen, and when the main punchline comes, it's like abruptly cut. It's like it's short. You'll want to like listen to it again. You'll want to watch it again. Okay, these are very cheap tricks, but yeah. So what you need to keep in mind is your content shareable or savable, right? Does it have a follow or subscribe potential? Can you deliver it consistently? Whatever consistency you can manage, okay? And can you engage with your audience? So when I say engage, when the comments show up, reply to them, ask them some questions, okay? Maybe thank them, hit a like, do all that, okay? To the best of your ability, right? But the most important is the shareability and savability. That is the most important, which is what we all understood when we started this session, right? Your content should make people want to share that video with their friends. Okay, now a little kind of discussion on sharing. Do not count on your friends and family to share your stuff. In most cases it doesn't happen, right? Spouses are different. Spouses will share, but my sister doesn't share my stuff. She doesn't know. She's not even on Instagram. Okay, she doesn't know what's happening on Instagram. Okay, she doesn't share, right? Of course, I cannot count my dad. My wife shares almost everything that I put, right? My cousins, not so much, maybe. Sometimes they do. So what I'm saying is, I'm not alienating these people. They're all like very important to me. But what I'm saying is, don't count on them. Most shares will come from people you barely know. Okay? None of you guys personally know me. I do not know almost 99% of you people personally. I don't know, right? Probably Chaitanya is there. I think Divya is there. Divya is one of my students. She's there, and Aditya is there. That's it. I remember only seeing those three names, which I recognized instantly, right? All of the other guys, you people have shown faith in me by what I have offered value, and you have been kind enough to share my content, share it with people you know, things like that, right? So don't count on your family, friends, relatives to share. If you're a musician, don't count on your friends to show up on your gigs. It doesn't happen. Okay? you tell your friends about a gig, and their first question, okay, entry free karke dega kya? That is their question. Okay? Fine, come, free entry. But there are cover charges. Oh, can you do something about the cover? Do. Okay? So musicians are still, sadly, seen like entertainers that people are entitled to. Okay, I think that's the right way to put it. Like, you go to a party, if people know that you're a musician, you're like, sing us a song. Nobody will say that to a doctor. Nobody will say that to a lawyer, right? You go to a party, there's a doctor. Oh, you're a doctor? Yeah, okay, yeah, check my pulse. Nobody says that. Okay, oh, you're a doctor? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, what is your practice? Oh, wow, okay. You talk very professionally and stuff like that, right? But the moment it's a musician, oh, you're a musician, why don't you sing something for us? Okay, are you ready to pay? Doesn't work. Immediately you are like, oh, this money-minded musician. I don't know why people think that musicians are supposed to not think about money and, like, just kala hai, just that. Dude, how the hell do we pay the rent, right? I'm on a rant here, I know, but how the hell do we pay rent? How do we manage a family, right? We all need all of that, right? So always keep in mind that when it comes to shareability, savability, you are at the mercy of the quality of your content and, of course, your faithful followers who will share it for you. But for them to reach a stage of adoration for you, that they literally share whatever you put, you have to work. It's a slightly longer path. You have to keep putting content, keep adding value, and then there will come a time, like, out of say 100 people who followed you on day one, you keep putting, there will be like 10 people who will be like, oh, you know what, this guy is so regular, he's giving so much value. I have to, like, they'll like hit the bell icon, they'll keep all notification open, that the moment you put a content, they get a notification and they will share it. Okay, take this for example. 47,000 people on Instagram. I tried to bring them here. Some 500 people came. YouTube has almost 4,000 people subscribed. How many people are watching it right now? 65. Okay, so this 65 is that nice filtered group. I'm sure that if all of you were in the same city as I am, and I say, hey, I'm putting out a show, I can count on each one of you guys to be there, right? So you see what kind of a filtering happens. So there are people who will follow you, okay, because it's nice. Then there are people who will be ready to share things that they find interesting out of, say, the 10 things that you put. Then we'll reach that cult following, which no matter what you put, they will interact, they will comment, they will engage, they will share. Okay, they want to be a part of it. Okay, that is the kind of audience you want. You will not get by using trending audios. You will not get by doing the trending dance. Sorry, you will not get all of that. You will not get that kind of an audience if you do these other things. You will have to think about how I can do what I'm good at, but slightly differently, so that it opens up discussions, so that people start thinking. Right? So that people start thinking and they're like, ooh, you know what, nobody has said it like this, or nobody has sung it like this, nobody has produced this piece of music like this, nobody has interpreted this cover song like this. Okay, that is what I want you guys to think about. Take a song X. Let's move on. I think that's exactly the next point. Okay, so oh, another poll. There's just too many polls in this, right? So I'll talk about what I was talking. I'll come back to that point. Reserve your questions, people. Reserve your questions. We are almost at the end. No, I think this all of you guys already know, because I've already given it away. There's actually no point in doing this poll, but yeah, it's okay. Engagement. I think in another 5-10 minutes we'll be done. Yep, a poll is up, people. Come on. There you go. Not sure. No, paid boosts and ads are not effective. A lot of you feel that. A lot of you are unsure about it. Okay. Sagar, that's a brilliant question. How do we know that what we are doing has not been done before by anybody? That's a brilliant question. I will definitely answer it. Please ask it again. That's a brilliant question. Okay. Are ads and paid boosts effective? Most of you have said that you're not sure whether it works or not. So my simple answer to you is, why spend money on something that you are not sure about? Right? Most of you have said no, so I'm counting on you to not spend money on that. Some of you have said yes. So my suggestion would be, please don't spend money on ads and paid boosts. Doesn't work, but I leave it to you. Like, experiment. You see for yourself what happens, right? Those who are not sure, please don't spend money on something that you're not sure of. Okay. So I have tried these. I have tried boosting both on Instagram and on YouTube. Okay, and I'll just share some results with you. Okay, so this was beginning of lockdown when I made a original song called Starting Over. Let me end the poll here. I hope you guys are not getting bored. It's just going slightly slower than I expected, which is pretty normal for my workshops. It always gets stretched, but yeah. So here, see, you see this big peak in the views sometime in like mid-April, sometime in April 2020. Okay. So there's a big boost in the views here. It's like 3.8k views on some video. This is a music video that I put middle of lockdown, actually fresh lockdown it was. I composed a new song, original song, played the flute. It's like a nice pop song. It's called Starting Over. It's in English. Starting Over, did a very silly video of me just different angles and experimenting with videography and filmmaking using my iPhone, and I just made a lot of videos, edited it myself because I had nothing else to do. I had quit my job. I barely had any students. I had 800 followers on Instagram, 600 on YouTube, 400 or 600 on YouTube at that time. Nothing to lose. Okay, all the time in the world. So I just made a music video sitting at home, and I put a Google ad to kind of push it to people. So it pushed number of views. Okay, now check out the next thing. There you go. So this is same period, the subscribers, you see, the same period, there are literally no subscribers. Okay, so I don't know exactly. So when I look at that, I fall into the category of not sure people. I am not sure what my money went for. It says views, but I don't see people commenting on it. There are literally no comments on it, right? So I was expecting subscribers. That didn't happen, right? So where did the money go? It just fueled my ego. It just made me happy that yeah, one of my video has like 13K plays on YouTube. That's it. I gained nothing out of it. Okay, it just fuels your ego, nothing else. Makes you feel nice. That's it. The real growth happened here, and this is because of Raga chords. Okay, and interesting that this comment should ask. Harvaraj, I have to apologize. Raga chords video, the last video of season 3 will come next week. It's a little tough one, and I have not been spending time. I've been focusing my energies on this. So please bear with me. It's a slightly longer video as well, and I'll shoot it. I'm preparing it. I'll shoot it this week and I'll put it next Saturday. Thank you. Right. So yeah. So you see the subscribers are going up because of Raga chords. The last big peak is because of my attempt to bring Instagram people to YouTube, and it's clearly worked pretty decently. Okay, I'm not too sad about that attempt. It's worked pretty decently. So paying on Google doesn't work. Okay, these are some of my old videos which I put in 2011, which organically got 25K, right? Nadan Parinde. This was right when Rockstar movie released, 2011, right? Tum Ho, Nadan Parinde, all that I put. This got really good views. Even today, I continue to get some comments randomly on this that, hey, what are the chords for this? Hey, how are you playing this? All that, right? This is the starting over music video that I made. Has 11,650. I think it was 11,650 the day the ad ended, which was sometime in 2020, right? And it's not gone up after that. Okay, right. And then then the next organic growth is happening in 21 and 22. This short that I put, I put it as a video, weird thing. So it's got 23K. How to go about training your ears. That can be a topic for paid workshop as well. Okay, this is a very quick intro into it. I probably do an elaborate one as a paid workshop. Then Raga chords Zeman has gotten some 6K views. So you see these videos which I put way back, they worked well, even continue to work well today. Okay, but the one that I boosted is like just stuck there. But I put the most effort on this one of all the videos. Even Raga chords is less effort than this music video that I put. Okay, so that is there. And another reason to be consistent is because I was getting traction with these 2-3 covers that I put, because I was unemployed at that time. I had finished my master's degree. I was unemployed because I was overqualified and people were not willing to give me jobs. So till I found a job, I spent my time making covers and putting them, okay, as best as I could do. Tamil, Hindi, Carnatic, whatever I could get my hands on, I made covers and I put. And I was getting good traction, but then I got a job, stopped putting YouTube videos, and bang, fast forward to 2020 when I quit my job again and started putting YouTube videos. Okay, so had I been consistent, had I been like monthly one video like that, maybe I would have much stronger following on YouTube today. Okay, just some hindsight. So yeah, so consistency matters. Whatever you can sustain, put it. If you cannot sustain the more consistent or the more regular you are with quality content, the faster will be your growth. The less frequently you put, the slower will be your growth. But yeah, so the reason I'm telling you that, don't have that expectation mismatch. Don't put one video in a month and expect like one massive growth happen overnight. It will not happen. Okay, right. There you go. Everything that is organic takes time, but is rock solid and creates true magic. Very right you are, Jay Patel. Right. I have a feeling we have interacted before as well, Jay. I think YouTube comments. Your name rings a bell. Okay, there's one more poll. I think this is one of the last few polls. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so a little word on. Let's hear your views on this. There you go. So which side are you on? Which side are you on? That's the poll. You wait till you become perfect with that piece of music and then you post it, or you try and post it regularly. Doesn't matter, you don't break your head too much with perfection. Okay? Right. See, perfection is not a bad thing to have. Perfection is a great thing to strive for until it becomes the thing that stops you from posting. Okay? If it is continuously stopping you from posting stuff on social media and you are just waiting to become perfect, you will not get a move on things. Okay? You will learn better by posting regularly and going through the process. Okay, it's similar to saying things like, you got an engineering degree, you are an engineer technically, but will you will nowhere be near the skill set of someone who's actually worked on the field. That person might be, by qualification, might just be an ITI or a diploma holder. Okay, right? Oh, it's the first time we're iterating, right? So what I'm saying is, when I finished my bachelor's degree and I went to work for an automobile company in Chennai, I had this thing because I was among the top 5 in my class, and I was like, yeah, I knew everything about engines. I was a mechanical engineer. Okay, I knew everything about engines. You asked me this, that. Turns out, ground reality, I had no clue what was happening in the car's engine. I had no clue. And the person who was just tightening the bolts, or was assembling the engine under the chassis, he knew much more about the engine's actual, how to troubleshoot, how to install, how to remove, all that he knew. I had only theoretical knowledge. Okay, so if you wait for perfection, you are going to lose out. Okay, and that's what exactly the next section is. Understand marginal gains. Okay, recommended book reading. If you haven't already read that book, a book called Atomic Habits, please read it. It has excellent case studies which are brilliantly motivating. Okay, so marginal gains it is more effective to make various tiny improvements that together will create a huge impact, rather than trying to perfect one aspect of yourself. Okay, so the case study that they gave was about the bicycling team in the British bicycling team, and there was this new coach, and they were doing very badly in Olympics all the years, and this new coach came up with a plan of making small improvements, like changing the cushion of the seat, or changing the sleeping pattern of the cyclists. Very small, tiny improvements, and they ended up dominating that year's Olympics. The British cycling team, they won everything. Okay, and because they became whole as a package. So how do you translate that to your field of work as a musician? If you wait, the lighting is not looking like that professional quality. Okay, you will spend a lot of time fixing the lighting. Get a decent enough light. Is your face visible? Okay, let's start with that. Fix it. Okay, camera. Okay, I have to save up for a DSLR. How will I make that money? Save up for a DSLR, get a brilliant Rode something mic, or an AKG mic, and then I'll post. Sorry, if you have an iPhone, you have a very good mic already. Okay, if you have an iPhone, you have a very good camera already. You don't have to worry about a DSLR or like a condenser mic to start with. Get started. Do it. Standardize the processes, because the moment you hit the record button, I'm sure all us musicians are familiar with this. The moment you hit the record button, the whole world around you changes. You make mistakes that you never made before. Okay? So to familiarize yourself with the whole recording process itself is a practice that you need to give yourself. If you think, I'll get the song perfect, then recording I'll do. It's not recording, I can do it very quickly. If you have not done it before, a big wake up call. The moment you start hitting the record button, you will make stupidest mistakes that you never made ever in your life, and that will frustrate the hell out of you, and you will start losing patience, and that's it. And then you'll give up. You'll be like, okay, today's not the day. let's try some other day, right? So what you should do is, whatever resources you have a good phone which has a decent mic, or you can buy one of those Boya lav mics which are very cheap on Amazon, which connect to any smartphone and give you very good quality. Okay, you can connect that, plug it, switch on the video, make a video, give the best that you have done on that day, forget about it, post it, that's it. So that what it does is, it gets you into a habit of creating, editing, posting, and that will give you headspace over time to make small tweaks. Okay, today let's try the light slightly different. Oh, okay, let me buy this cheap ring light from Amazon and let me try it with this. Okay, before you start doing all Godox, what is that called? Those diffuse lights and this and that and a green screen and all that. Before you try and do all of that, take the low hanging fruits, whatever you have, try and make content using that and post it. The moment you post it, it's out of your head, your mind is clear, then you can think forward. Then you can think, okay, next video, let's try something different. Make a small change in your process, and then over time it will become so efficient that you will be like, you'll not even remember a time when you used to struggle making videos. Okay, so it is more effective to make tiny improvements over time, which will like create a huge impact and completely change your game. Okay. Another, understand the compounding power of consistency. Repeating it. So hitting the record button, creating it, editing it, right? Setting up the mic, how close to, how what is the distance you should maintain from the mic. It's all iteration. You will feel different when you're right next to the mic versus when you are a little away from the mic. It all matters after a time, right? Let me end this poll. Yeah. So if you are sitting and thinking how to create best quality, it is just speculation and you will end up with a mediocre product. Okay. You have to try, you have to fail, you have to learn, and you have to repeat. Now, another case study from Atomic Habits, not Hobbits, Habits. Ooh, that could be such a brilliant movie, Atomic Habits. Oh my goodness, I have to remember that. Okay, good. So, Atomic Habits. Another case study they give of a photography professor who divides the class into two part, like Group A and Group B. Group A was asked to click a photo every day. Just click a photo every day, and they were graded based on not click a photo, click 10 photos or something every day, and they were based on how many photos they submitted on a daily basis. That's how they were graded. Group B was graded. They were asked to submit only one photograph in a given semester, and they were graded on but it has to be like perfect, okay? And they were graded based on that. Big surprise, all the great photos came from the first group, which took 10 photos every day. Okay, so you take 10 very mediocre photos today, you will see that whole chain from holding the camera to clicking, how the lighting was, all that, and then you have something to tweak. If you don't have something to tweak, it's all just speculation. It's in your head. You actually don't know how it will come out, right? So Group B was just contemplating. They were planning. They were thinking, it will be like that. Oh, that we'll do this. They clicked. It was average. Okay, it was not up to the mark. Okay, so you have to follow that same logic, and you have to create content as regularly as possible. Okay, whatever is possible. Given your schedule, create content as regularly as possible. With time, as you keep going, it will improve. You will start seeing an improvement in quality from a video point of view, from an audio point of view, from a singing point of view, all point of views. You will start seeing an improvement in quality. Just create, post. Do not worry about troll comments. You cannot make everyone happy. You will find haters. You can choose to ignore them, right? World is predominantly kind. If you make a mistake, if it is not that great, you might be lucky to find someone who actually gives you valuable feedback. Then, hey, you know what, try something like this, or maybe it was like that. They'll give you good tips. Okay. Occasionally you will run into trolls, you will run into people who will say things like, you suck, you've lost it, or things like, you're not even a good singer, I don't know why you keep posting things. They'll say things like that. Okay, you should just ignore it. The reason, if you go check out these profiles, it'll be like one post, 70 followers. These are either fake profiles or bots, or there are actually people who just do that. They'll create a profile and they'll just troll because they want attention. Okay, they want attention. They'll just troll so that you reply, and they get all the attention, and they'll that makes them feel nice, and eventually they'll get blocked because people will start reporting them, and then they'll create another fake profile. Okay, they'll create another profile and do the same thing. There are people who do that. So don't encourage these people. Don't dignify their stupid troll comments by a response. Just ignore. Don't even give a heart. There was a time when I would actually heart those comments, and it'll make them think. They'll keep adding more stuff to that, like, oh, you're liking my comment, this, that. I'll just keep hearting all the comments. Now I stopped doing that. No time. Okay, I might as well spend time with people who are giving me positive criticism and like adding value to my posts. That makes more sense to me, right? So don't break your heads with trolls. Don't worry about it. Even if you make a mistake, just post it. It's okay. Do better next time. Okay? Right. So now, types of musicians on social media. There are people who'll do covers only. There are people who want to do originals. Then there are educators, and then there are celebrities. Okay? So that brings us to the question: how do you stand out? Okay? How do you stand out? How do you make a thing for yourself, right? But before that, let's hear from you guys. So you guys are like, there are too many polls now. I know what you guys are thinking. But no, these polls are important. Why? Because I know how many people are active. Right? That's the one. Which one do you want to do more? Do you want to do more covers, or do you want to do more originals? While you guys poll, I'm going to sip some water. Right, there you go. Ooh, tough competition. Okay, covers is clearly winning. There you go. Okay, I think the vote, both actually, yeah, nice, Arijita. Yeah, there you go. 33 votes, 34 votes, 36 votes. No, that's the point. That's why I did not give both as an option. Because I wanted you guys to pick one, because that will really no, both is not an option. Stop commenting both. It's either covers or originals. Choose one. Imagine like I'm pointing a gun to your head. I'm like, choose one. It's either covers or originals. You cannot do both. What will you do? See, it's such a tough decision, right? Nobody talks about this. No, nobody addresses this painful point that musicians face every day. I want to make covers. I want to make original music, but I don't have people to listen to my original music. The only way I can get people to my profile is sing covers, but I do not enjoy singing covers. Oh, there are people who enjoy singing covers. I personally do not. Right? I personally am not a big fan of covers, but I absolutely love making original music. But yeah, that it's a point. It's a pain point that musicians go through. Okay, I have personally gone through, have no idea how to get more viewers or more listeners for my originals. And the answer is very simple, right? You all know the answer. I don't have to tell you. You know the answer. And the answer is use your covers to attract people and basically start respecting you as a musician, because they have something relatable, something to compare you with, right? And then give them the originals. Okay, so this is my take now. So if you just sing a cover song, you are going to get lost among all the other cover songs that they are putting. Okay, I hope you guys agree with this, right? If you just put a cover, insert any famous song, you put a covers, and then you're just going to get lost into the noise. If you just sing a cover and record a video, you better be super brilliant about it. Otherwise, you will get lost in the noise. When I say super brilliant, the people I think of is people like Rohit Jayaraman. If you know who is Rohit Jayaraman, he's a Berkeley student, born and raised in the US, I think. Berkeley student, very sweet guy. I've only had like 1 or 2 interactions with him. You can see that in his persona, that he's such a interesting person. Okay, and he just puts on a tanpura, looks at the camera straight, has a nice iPhone, so nice cinematic, like blurry background. His face is clear, and just with a tanpura, he sings his favorite songs, a few lines, and he had such a nice following for it. Okay, he's been inactive for a while. He's been busy with other things, I'm sure. People like Sukanya, people like Abby V, they predominantly sing covers, but even then, right? Yeah. that's the question. Now, Zara Zara and Vasigara, same song, right? Tamil and Hindi. If I'm like scrolling through Instagram and I see one person doing Zara Zara, I'll immediately scroll. I'll not even listen after that, because I'm saturated. I've heard so many covers of Zara Zara. That's it, I'm done. Right? So, same thing with like any popular Arijit Singh song, you will find a billion people trying to cover it. How do you stand out? How do you make sure that people listen to yours and feel differently about yours? Okay? And the answer is, of course, you reimagine the cover song. You present it, you package it differently. It is still a cover song, but you package it differently. Okay? And with the reimagined cover song, you give them... Exactly, Viraj, your point is right here. Make them basically see the potential for what kind of original music you can create. Okay, it's still a cover song. Vocally it is there. Change it musically or mash it up with something else. Right? You can do all these things. Repackage the cover song with unexpected elements or visually pleasing elements. Create a great sound, good lighting, attire, camera that is there. Have multiple camera angles. It's easy to do. Okay, you just do like 3 takes with the camera pointed at different positions, and you just cut and bring them together. Okay, it's easily doable. You mash it up with other unexpected songs. Okay, so like if it's like Zara Zara, right? Don't start it like Zara Zara. Start it differently. Don't let them think that it is Zara Zara. If it starts with like, I don't know, like just an example, because that's the way I think. If it starts with a crazy sargam, for example, right? You go, it goes crazy, like, ooh, wow, okay, and then it comes, bam, Zara Zara. That blows my mind. Okay, like, oh, okay. So when it's like, when the sargam is there, it is making me stop. If it starts like Zara Zara, someone like me will definitely scroll and go to the next video, because I've heard enough Zara Zaras in my head. Okay, so you have like think out of the box, think differently. How can you repackage the same song and present it differently? Okay, reimagine the music production, right? Zara Zara was, I'm taking Zara Zara because that was the example I took, right? Zara Zara had a certain feel to it. I don't know, make a metal version of it. Now that I talk about it, one of the biggest acts which is currently going quite viral and doing really good worldwide is a band called Bloodywood. They are friends of mine. They are a Punjabi folk metal band from Delhi. They are doing sold out shows in Europe and US right now. Punjabi folk metal. How did they gain popularity? They gained popularity by doing metal versions of any song they could think of, from Jingle Bells to Baby, 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 that to, I don't know, anything and everything. They did crazy metal versions of it, like short 1 minuters or 2 minuters, crazy metal versions, phone camera in a small studio like mine with just black background and just people going front and back, it was just two people, Karan Katyar the guitarist and Jayant who is the vocalist. Initially it was just those two people. Karan would shoot Jayant's video, Jayant would shoot Karan's video. They'll do very fast cuts, they'll do a very metal arrangement of the most unexpected song, Ed Sheeran's Shape of You. They'll do a metal version of it. They did like that and they got a huge following. They started going viral. Then they started doing originals. Now they are doing sold out shows where they are playing 100% original Hindi, Punjabi, with English rap, very Linkin Park like feel. Okay, there's an English rap, there's a Punjabi growl vocalist, and growl and clean, same guy sings it, but mostly it is growl. Yeah, Machi Basar, there you go, Chaitanya. Right, so it sounds a lot like Linkin Park. You should see them live. Very well scripted, brilliant act on live. Okay, and those guys are killing it. Super proud of those guys because it's heartwarming to see acts which are like coming from Indian cities and Europeans are going gaga over it. They are buying their t-shirts. They are tattooing their song lyrics on their hands. They are tattooing the band's logo on their chest. Europeans are doing this. Bloodywood is driving Europe and US mad. They're making them go crazy for their music. Okay, that's happening. So what did they do? How did they start? They reimagined the music production. It's the same singing covers. If I sang Baby the normal way, if I tried to recreate what Justin Bieber did with Baby, I'll not get anywhere. It sounds worse than the original. That's how they'll think. So rethink it, change it. Okay, remix other people's reels, do all those things. Collaborate with someone, a music producer whom you find interesting, and ask them to completely change things. A recent example is how I worked with Chaitanya, my colleague. He's also a brilliant music producer, right? So the Kalyani flip that I put from a Kalyani Varnam, right? Pada pa ma ga ma pa ma ga re za re. He took it, he broke it. It was very interesting. To be very honest, I was expecting to receive a lot of flack from the Carnatic purist people that, hey, you are ruining Varnams, you are ruining Kalyani, this, that. I was expecting that. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Okay, or maybe not so thankfully, because that would have driven a lot of engagement and it would have probably made people comment and fight with each other and all that in the comments. And I'm not a sadist, sorry, but that is brilliant engagement. Right? If you have people fighting over your content in your comment section, right? That will basically that's brilliant engagement. Okay, yeah. So take all of those things in your positive stride. Okay, make interesting video edits, sneak in some valuable information like how Prithvi does. Okay, he's just singing. When you look at the video, if you don't look at the raga name and if you're just looking at him sing, he's just singing a medley, okay, of cover songs. It is cover songs, and in fact nothing different musically, like just a tanpura, and he's just singing the vocals. That's it. No music, just cover songs. But he's added information, and that's the whole difference. Okay, so think about new ways that you can repackage your covers, right? If you don't have singers to collaborate and make a cover, what type of content to create? Viraj, I'll answer that question in a while. Okay, I'll answer that question in a while. All right. Okay, almost there, almost at the end. There you go. How to stand out? Have a clear handle or a username, a relevant bio, and relevant content. Okay, we're almost at the end. Now, this is how my bio looks like right now. Okay, Karthik Sekran, music lessons, very clear. The name is also very clear, Karthik Music Mentor. Okay, 200 plus students worldwide, vocal and music, I have tagged both, and then courses and tools, some links I have given. This is how it is right now. You know how it was previously. This is how it was. my handle was like Mokkamauli. So those who know Tamil, they'll understand what it means. My legal name is Chandramouli, in case you didn't know. My Aadhaar card has Chandramouli. Okay, Karthik Sekharan is the stage. Karthik is what my parents used to call me at home. So Karthik, and I took Chandrasekharan last name. I just took Sekharan from it and I put it. Okay, this is like a stage name I'm using. And this is how my profile was some time back. I just had 2 tags, Vokalar, Vaka, Influenza. That's the Mokkai side of me taking up Influenza, because I have a tendency to crack a lot of dad jokes, and people around me start cracking dad jokes. So it's a play on the word influencer. I influence people around me to crack silly jokes. So I'm like a virus. So I am the influenza. Okay, it's sad that I actually have to explain this to many people. So many people thought I'm like putting influencer, even though I had only 800 people. No, I'm not calling myself an influencer. I'm an influencer. I'm like a virus. You talk to me, and my bad joke tendency will catch on with you, and you're going to be cracking those dad jokes in front of me, right? So I had musician, vocal coach, producer. It was like all over the place. Okay, it was all over the place. What do you get from me? Like, if you look at this, what is it that I'm offering? Here it is very clear. I'm making music easy and fun. I have some students worldwide, which tells you that I take classes. Then there is link courses. We have links, right? And then the links to 2 of my other work. Vocaler is what I call my website and my music hub, and Vahak is my band. Okay, so it's very clear. And here also it's very clear. Music lesson, and the name is very clear. Karthik Music Mentor. Very evident. Okay. Here, no. Mokkamauli. There have been cases where people have asked me, hey, what does Mokkamauli mean? What does your username mean? Like that. Those were the hints that, the username probably doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, so rethink that. So if you are having a username like, strings with sadhana or something like that, and then you have like a weird quote in your bio, like, things like, wake up every day or some random crap like that. Okay, it's not going to work for you. You have to like align everything to kind of, remember when I told you Instagram is a marketplace and your profile is a product catalog. You have to align everything to what you are offering as a musician. Is it brilliant covers you are offering? Is it reimagined music you are offering? Is it original music you are offering? Is it education that you are offering? Make it very clear in your handle and your name. Okay? Handle and in your bio, sorry. Clear. Now, if the first few pieces of your content are very random, why would someone follow you? So this is how the following, looking at a content and following, this is how it translates to. You see a video in the reel, the highlights that, you're scrolling through reels, you see a video, you like it, okay? You see a video, you like it, you hit the profile, okay? And then you see random stuff, the name that doesn't align, some quote which makes no sense, and then like photos of like what they're eating and things like that. Why? We will not hit follow, right? But the moment you land on their page, their name makes sense, their bio tells you what it is about, and then you scroll down, the first few reels are about what are very similar to what you saw, right? So you know what the page is about. It's like aligned, it's optimized, right? So you have to avoid putting random content. Let's take, for example, this is your Insta feed. What do you get from this? Okay, I have a shirt brand, t-shirt brand, and I make t-shirts, and I want to put photos of the t-shirts that I can make and put it out for sale. Okay. There are like one t-shirt photo, one photo of a guy in a shirt, another photo of another guy in a shirt. Then I put a picture of my biking trip, some food that I ate, some coffee that I drank, some vacation I took, some brilliant lightning that I was luckily able to take a photo of, and some random model. I don't know why I put that. Okay. So this does not look like a product catalog of someone who's trying to sell shirts, right? So you have to align it. You have to put content which makes people relate to what you are about. Okay, you have to build your personality. I know the temptation is very high to take photo of a brilliant pizza or like a brilliant breakfast buffet. You went in some restaurant, you absolutely love the ambience, and you took a photo and you put it. What do you expect to get out of it? Right? You will not get anything. You're better off putting it as stories, which like goes away after 24 hours, and not put it as a post. Okay, so think about it. Pro tip: photos of what you ate today only works for celebrities and fitness or food bloggers, not for musicians. Nobody cares if I had semia upma for my breakfast. Okay? Nobody cares. Why will I take a photo of that and put? Doesn't even make sense for me to put it in my stories, right? And do not try to repeat what do what celebrities are doing. They're already famous. People will like whatever they put. Okay, they're already famous. I'll give you an example. I follow this person called Noheed Cyrusy. Okay, if people don't know who she is she's the Piya Basanti song which came many years ago. I was in school. Okay, she was the model in Piya Basanti song, and for many young boys she was like the first crush. Okay, I follow her. Do I like her content? No. Do I interact with her content? No. Does her content make sense to me? No. Do I even watch her content? No. I just scroll through, but I just follow her. Okay, makes no sense, because I followed her because of nostalgia value, but now she's putting randomly. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I'll happily unfollow her. Doesn't matter, right? So things like that. Think about it. So if you are about cover music, if you are about reimagining cover music, if you are about music in general, or like you make beats, you do a lot of flips, let that speak in your posts, let that speak in your bio, let that speak in your Instagram handle. Optimize all of these. Okay, right. I think we are done with just some key takeaways. Try to repackage or reimagine a piece of music and execute it. Okay, don't let your voice get lost in the noise. Make something different about your piece of music. Experiment it. Only then you will know whether it works or not. Okay? Try to make it entertaining or educating. Ideally both. Try to achieve a level of consistency that is doable for you. And keep your growth expectations in line with the consistency that you can deliver. Okay? Align your Instagram handle and bio to reflect what you are offering. Treat your Instagram page as a product catalog and optimize it to encourage people to follow you. Use call to actions. This is something which is very important. Things like follow for more, like and share. You have to use these. Okay? You make that like the first line in the description, or add that somewhere in your reel. Do it. People have to be reminded that, hey, hit the follow. You'll find more. You have to remind people. Okay? There's nothing bad about it. You have to keep reminding people that do this. Do not try to copy celebrities. Doesn't work. Remember, it is about tail events. Okay? We spoke about this almost 2 hours back. Okay? It's almost going to be 2 hours. Crazy. Keep going during periods of lull. Use that time to think out of the box. Okay? It's all about tail events. The universe functions on tail events. So if there's a plateau, you try different things. If something is not working, if you're putting one type of content and it is not doing something for you, try and change it. Okay? There's a good chance that some changed new form of content will bring in a lot of people, and they'll start liking your old content, the one that you thought doesn't work. And then you might bring back the older version again. Okay, so that happened with me for the type 1 that I showed. That I am improvising in a raga, and then I transition to a song in that raga. For a very long time I thought it is not working for me, so I kept changing things, and then at one point I put a video on how to go about starting your singing journey. Okay, that triggered. It didn't go as high as I thought it would go, but it triggered something. And then people started liking, people started coming to my profile and started liking that old Desh video that I put. Then that kind of validated it. So it's like a scientist only. You do a research, you experiment, you present your findings, people like it. If people like it, they will tell you. Okay? Replicate it. As simple as that. Okay? Do not fear experimentation. That is where the growth is. Okay? Engage with the comments and DM. Trolls, ignore. Positive criticism, they actually mean well. Learn and improve. There was one time when I used to put songs on SoundCloud. I am pretty inactive on SoundCloud. I have some songs which are like 70,000 plays on SoundCloud and all. I've not been putting songs on SoundCloud. And what I used to put like modern pop rock versions of Carnatic Kritis. Okay, songs like Krishna Ni Begane, Bhavayami Gopalam, Jagadodharana, right? All these songs I have like modern rock pop versions of it. And this I did, I'm not gloating or anything, I did it way before Agam started doing these things. But I never capitalized on it. Okay? So there's some of the songs are very brilliantly, they are all very average production. I'll be very honest, very average production, but it was very fresh at that time. If I do it now, it is very difficult to cut through the noise because Agam has a beautiful space. They have their own style. Okay, Agam is there. Then Taikudam Bridge is there. A lot of fusion rock has come up. Okay, even my band is now fusion rock. But our constant endeavor is to try and sound different, to see what works for us. Okay, so in that Jagadodharana, if you go find my profile on SoundCloud, Jagadodharana, I did not know the Kannada lyrics and I made horrible pronunciation mistakes. Okay, and Kannadiga people, like all other regional cultures, are very proud about their language, right? Tamil people very proud about Tamil. Telugu. Hindi, like you go to UP side, Hindi, like they're like, wow, beautiful. So naturally it is very natural. Kannadiga people they got offended by some of the pronunciations that I did, and it's not some Chota Mota song, it is Purandara Dasa's song, right? And I got comments like, music is brilliant, but you have let Kannada die on your tongue. I've literally gotten comments like this. But okay, fine. I took it positively. But what really moved me was there were a whole bunch of people who sent me voice messages on my DM, on my SoundCloud messaging, helping me with the correct pronunciation. And that made me change my pronunciation. I learned from it. Okay, I wanted to redo and put it, but no time because I was busy with work, and now it's just been like that forever. So I'm like, okay, let it be. It's okay. Do not dig up corpses and try to fix them, right? It's okay. Just let it be. Just move on. So yeah. Last point. Time is the most powerful tool. Be patient with yourself. Try to take one step forward on a daily basis. One step forward. If what you feel is worth it, take one step forward. It can be something as simple as looking up a new ring light on Amazon. Okay? Because you feel you need to light your videos better. That is a step forward. Okay? Progressively just keep taking one step forward, and you will definitely see improvements over time. Okay? Now comes the last poll. And please be honest. Okay? There you go. Okay? We are almost at the end. We are actually at the end. I'll just show you one short video, actually screen recording of my profile, all the reels that I've made, how it has moved. Okay? It will kind of walk you through what I have said so far. There you go. I'm very glad. Thank you, people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Aniket. Aniket, I think you only asked the question about what the details of the next sessions, right? Yeah, I'll probably put it tomorrow itself. So the one that you saw, the voice culture and care, that is happening in August. So I'll just talk about that in August, and I'll give you there's a landing page that has been created. So it's a website. So you go there and you'll see all the other topics that are currently there. It is bound to change over time. More topics can be added over time. Okay, that's so engaging. Thank you so much, Aarti. Thank you, Sriram. Thank you, Karthik. Oh, Karthik is also there. Hey, Karthik. Karthik Ram is another student of mine. He's from Hyderabad. He's a music production student of mine. Nice. Session, thank you for helping me in the plateau period. There you go, Shambhav. You have to be persistent, okay? And if something is not working during your plateau period, try to tweak things. Try to mix it up and see what it does to your algorithm. Thanks, Divya. Thanks. Nice to see you here. Hope you feel better. You missed your class today. To attending more. Thanks. Right. Wait, there was this question by Sagar. Na? How do we know that what we are doing has not been done already by anybody? Okay, Sagar, I'll answer this question. With a recent example. Mark Zuckerberg started this app called Threads, right? Which is basically just Twitter, how it was, right? Twitter's been already done. It's still there. Elon Musk is doing all kinds of nonsense with it, but it is still there. Why did he start Threads again? It has already been done. Why did he do? Because the world is too big. Okay? The world is too huge. Trust me on this. The world is too huge for you to think that this has been done already. I will not find any takers for what I have to offer. Trust me, that is not the case. The world is too big. There are too many people, and you and I have no idea what kind of product can be monetized and what kind of things can be created and sold in this world. Okay. Recently I came to know there are law of attraction coaches, people who take sessions on law of attraction. They teach you on law of attraction, and they're all crorpatis. I never thought something like that could be sold, but people are doing it. Okay. Even though there's whole lot of content on law of attraction available online, there are whole lot of scriptures and things like that which precisely tell you that, right? There are a whole lot of gurus who have free videos on YouTube who will tell you that, but there are still people who make big bucks coaching law of attraction. Okay. Right? So lucky winner, I'll tell you, Atira. I'll have to take some time and go through it. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So that is my point. Do not worry about it. Just do it. What has been done before, if you feel it, you are doing it again, it's okay. Just do it. You will definitely have some kind of a difference from what has been done before. Okay. And you will find takers for it if you do a good job. Okay. So with that positive attitude, just go about it and just do it. Okay. Oh, so many questions. Hold on. Wonderful session, very informative. There you go. Aja, there is a question. How do you know? That's Sagar's question. Yeah. Slow down, guys. Slow down. How to overcome compression either on Insta? Oh, dude, you say compression and my mind goes into the whole music production side. On Insta or on YouTube, should I even care about it, or is it too niche thing? What do you mean by compression, Lakshman? Can you clarify that point? Maybe put it in certain different words. Meanwhile, I'll go to another question. Okay. Happy to be part, helpful. Thank you, people. Any information on upcoming group workshops? Yes, Bhargav. Group workshops will happen on every Saturday 3 p.m. Okay. If it is not happening, I'll inform. I'll like put on my Insta that this Saturday it is not happening. Otherwise, assume that every Saturday 3 p.m. group workshops is happening. Every month, one workshop will be musician clinic, which is free, like this one. The other 3 will be paid workshops. In the free workshops, I'll choose winners who can get access to the paid workshops, but others will have to pay. Okay, it's nominal. It's $4.99 for a workshop. If you think this was valuable, you will definitely get a lot of value in those. So it's $4.99 per person. So that I think that's a reasonable amount. So I leave it to you. Okay, but yeah, workshops will happen every Saturday 3 p.m. That is from my side, unless I'm traveling or like I have some other commitments and I'm unable to do the session, and I'll inform beforehand. And don't worry about all that. I have paid and the session gets cancelled. Of course, I'll refund you the money, all that. Don't worry about all that. Okay. Would be good if you can include basic intermediate workshops on Logic or any DAW. Logic can be very easily done. Yes, I will keep that in mind, my friend Sriram. For music if you don't have singers to collaborate or to make cover, what content to make to grow individually? Viraj, as music producers, of course, it is ideal if you can collaborate with a singer. There are a lot of people who responded. I think I was just glancing through while I was talking, who responded to your query that, hey, I'm a singer here. You can collab. Maybe hit them up and collaborate with them. Or what you can do is you can Google up some vocal samples. Okay, you will find it. Definitely, you will find a lot of free samples as well. Google up from some vocal samples, some lines that people have sung, and try and break it and do interesting things with it. Okay, don't hesitate from taking a song by I don't know, some pop star, Charlie Puth's song you've taken, Arijit Singh's song taken. There are free tools online to isolate the vocals. Vocalremover.org. Put the song. You'll have to download it. Okay, I'm not going to elaborate on that much. You'll have to download it, the MP3 or WAV. Put the song, slide the music off, isolate the vocals, download it, take a line that you like, flip it. Okay, so that shows your music production ability. It does not take attention away from the producer Viraj. Okay, if you rope in a vocalist, okay, and with all due respect to vocalist, I'm also a vocalist myself, and if you rope in a brilliant vocalist, most of the attention will go towards the vocalist. So it is better, if you want to make people care about what you are doing, take something that they are familiar with, like an Arijit Singh song or a popular pop star song, so they know what the song is about, right? And flip it. Okay, hope that helps. Who's the lucky winner? I'll tell. Wait. Oh, so many questions. Hold on. I have to answer them faster. Lucky winner. Thanks for a session. Thanks, Ajay. Thanks, Arijita. Sagar. I hope that helped. I am a working person, but I am so much passionate in music and I want to turn music as my profession in this. Oh yeah, Purujit. Yeah. That's a tough one, and I think many people will have this question, that I'm a working individual and very passionate, but can you give some advice on being creative and be consistent while still working? See, the best way to go about this is to allocate a time for your music. Okay, so when I was working, I could not take time out to do my own things, like my original music or my YouTube content and all that. I could not take time, so that suffered. It clearly suffered. But I allocated a time for the band. Okay, and all of the band members. I was in a high profile job. My 2 guitarists are still in a high profile job. My Anant, the younger of the 2 guitarists, he's a full stack developer. Working in a startup, okay, busy, like even weekends are busy, that guy's. The other one, Ashwin, he works in Paytm, okay, another like nice huge sales marketing position, very busy guys. But both we have, like, as a band we have standardized, Monday night is jam night, nothing else. even if we are not jamming, we meet and we discuss things. So last weekend, the jam pad where we generally rehearse, it got all booked. So we met at our bassist's place. He made some nice puri sabji and all. We had a nice dinner and we sat and talked about our upcoming single. By the way, 18th August, my band's single new song is coming with a music video. Music video maybe a few days later, but the song will be up on all platforms on 18th August. So we discussed about how to go about promoting that. We worked on that. Okay. So if you want to have any kind of an improvement in your creative profession, allocate a time, treat it as if it's written on stone. No compromises. Do not plan anything else. So choose a time when you are off work, like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., right? Take that 1 hour out. That's it. Nothing else. That is your music time. And only then will it work. Because trust me, I can give you like, to for your practice, yes, I can give you 15-minute templates and all, and that will keep your machinery nice and working. But for you to really make progress, you'll have to give time. And to make time, to give time, we'll have to make time first. And so which means you have to allocate and just stick to it no matter what. Okay. But the whole atomic habits thing helped clear a lot of perspective in mind. Thanks Pahul. Right, threads are gonna rise again, say some. Yeah. So love your work. Curious to know how much your social media presence has benefited your music career. You wouldn't believe what I had to say no to right now just before this. So these guys from a company called Cofluence, they've been messaging me and they said there's a AR Rahman concert coming on 12th of August, next Saturday, and they wanted me to attend it. They were paying for my concert ticket, not the flight tickets. They wanted me to attend it and create a reel out of it and post it on my social medias, tagging Cofluence, and they'll pay me something for the reel that I create. I had to say no to them because I have other commitments on 12th and I cannot travel. My wife is traveling and I have to watch my child and I have to be there. But the 12th workshop will happen. Okay. So rest assured. So that will happen. So I had to say no to them. I had to give up on that opportunity. I have gotten some Domino's Pizza promo reels where they said you have to put this link in your LinkedIn bio, then like create a post and reel, and whoever orders through that link will get like a 30% off, and I'll make, for every 500 rupee order, I'll make 30 rupees order. I said no to them because I just do not see myself. See, I eat pizza. I enjoy pizza. Okay. But I am also conscious about health. Okay. And I do not, and the biggest thing is I do not want my followers, my students to see me as someone who's gotten sold out for affiliate income from Domino's Pizza. Come on. If Focusrite offers me affiliate income, I'll gladly take it. If Focusrite says, hey, there's a link, if I'm using Focusrite products, by the way, or this Audio Technica, if they say, oh, here's a link, anyone who orders gets like a 50% off, and for every order you get like 200 rupees, 500 rupees, whatever. Okay, I'll gladly take it. I use those products. I believe in these products. Okay, and it aligns with my persona on my product catalog, right? My persona is about music education, right? I cannot go about selling pizzas. So you have to pick your things. So I'm hoping one of these days, one of these nice collab deals will come, and then I'll have things to buy. You don't have singers to collaborate? Yeah, love your work. What content? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, time 7 p.m. रखिए. Ashwin, यार, I'm so sorry. 7 p.m. मैं नहीं कर पाऊँगा because I have classes generally from 6 onwards. 6 से 8:30, 9 तक class चलता रहता है. But yeah, I'm open to kind of suggestions. If I can work something else out, I will definitely try. 7 p.m. तो नहीं हो पाएगा, brother. I'll have to see. How to work on audio production like editing and stuff. It's something I really got to know, as I guess that's what's making my videos less views. Could you elaborate on that, please? How to Arjita? Yeah. How to work on audio production? Okay. So for that, depending on which software you want to use, okay, there are a whole bunch of music production softwares like Logic Pro, Pro Tools, Cubase, Ableton. Logic Pro and Ableton are the biggies. FL Studio is very popular with people who are starting out, okay. People used to make fun of FL Studio as an amateur software, but it's not. There are many things which are very great about FL Studio. So FL Studio, Logic Pro, Cubase, Pro Tools, Ableton. Of that, I would recommend consider FL Studio, Ableton, or Logic Pro. Okay, Logic Pro works only on Apple computers. So if you don't have a Macintosh computer, if you don't have an Apple device, Logic Pro is ruled out. Ableton is like mad expensive if you are legitimately buying it. There are ways, I'll not elaborate. Ableton is very expensive. FL Studio is okay, I guess, and again there are ways to get your hands on FL Studio and Ableton, if you know what I mean. So you can do that. Go to Udemy, you'll find beautiful courses if you want to like pay 600-700 rupees, and there are beautiful courses. Or follow some YouTube pages, okay. There's a lot of but the problem with YouTube pages is it will not start you from the basics. You'll end up hitting some random video in the middle, and then it's up to you on what you search and what you get, right? So you're better off going to Udemy where it is structured. You start from the introduction, how to create a track, right? How to adjust volume, all those things they'll talk about, and it'll walk you through the whole thing, okay. And yes, the audio quality will definitely affect. If you have bad audio quality, yes, it will definitely affect the reach of your video. Bad video quality, it will definitely affect. Here, the equipment needed for good vocals along with a microphone. What I use, and I recommend that to many people, I use a Audio Technica AT2020. AT2020. AT is Audio Technica. Audio Technica 2020 condenser mic. That's what I'm talking into right now. This is what I have used in all my produced vocals. Okay, even the song that is releasing on 18, this is the mic in which it has been recorded. Vocals have been recorded right in the same space. Focusrite Solo, Focusrite 2i2, these are very nice audio interfaces where this mic gets connected to, and that interface gets connected to your laptop. You don't need anything else. Okay. If your room is like just walls, not many cupboards, not really a nice fluffy bed, you might have a lot of room reverb which will affect your recording quality. So put the mic inside a cupboard which is full of clothes and just sing into the cupboard while the mic is pointing at you, clothes around it, sing into the cupboard. So you'll reduce a lot of reflections and you don't have to spend on acoustic treatment. Okay, there you go. That's what you know. I faced issue with Instagram compression where my post has distorted audio after posting. This happens on Android phones. Quality of the audio or video. Recently when I posted a long reel, it took a lot of care while shooting it on Instagram. It wasn't good as it was on my phone gallery. Okay, I do not know of this problem, to be honest, because I don't think I have faced. I think someone else also asked this a similar question where they said, how do you post high quality audio? Right, Instagram settings, there is something somewhere there which says post high quality video. Okay, I have that selected on. Check the settings, maybe Google it up. It's a little inside. You have to search through it. Where it goes, you say that upload high quality videos, and that's by default checked in my posts, and that's what I do. That's it. I have not really bothered about it. So I really don't know, but I'll look into it. I'll definitely look into it, and I'll try to answer that on my Instagram. Okay, it would be good if the time zone is convenient for EST, as 3 PM IST is too early. Yes, Bhargav, I understand. Originally I was contemplating 7 AM Indian time. 7 AM Indian time, which could probably be a nice time for EST as well. But then most of the people are Ashwin says 7 PM Rakhya office time till 5 PM. I can't change it for one person, Ashwin. I have to see if many people say the same thing, right? YouTube, Insta, or someone was the same thing on platform. Okay, hold on. Ashwin is posting the same comment again and again. Not gonna help Ashwin. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Feeling better, thank you. How to identify complex ragas by hearing? Some ragas will have different notes or okay, let's not talk about that. That's for a different session. This is about social media. Okay. DAWs and learn music. Can you guide me on how to start with which DAW? Of course, refer. Yeah, okay. Shambhav, I think I answered that. What if we are not good on cameras? What alternate options can we do? Not good on cameras. Just put your phone on a tripod, and for lighting, it's a rule of triangle basically. If the camera is here, you are at one corner and the light is a triangle. This is the light here. Light, you, camera. That's it. It's a triangle. That's it. Okay. So that lights it up nicely. Then advanced lighting is having like a backlight which probably highlights the definition, right? So if I had like a white light here, it will highlight my definition very well, so it won't get blurred into the darkness. It will look neater. That's it. So just put the camera phone on a tripod, just do this triangle lighting and just shoot. That's it. Don't worry about what camera. Quality of audio, okay, that's gone. 7, I want to start music production. That's done. So use and things to remember while recording the audio. Right, how to work on the video and audio editing. Okay, that's a very big question to answer because it's a whole process, Shravya. It is not something that I can explain right now. Like there are a whole lot of things that you need to do for your audio to kind of sound great. But couple things that you can keep in mind is how far you are from the mic. Too far and it will sound very weak. Too close and it will distort. So you have to find a nice center point. Okay, just keep that in mind and it should be fine. Just kind of fix the distance that you keep yourself from the mic. Prevent our original content from being plagiarized. Jayant, original content from being plagiarized. Okay, don't worry about it, Jayant, because in the modern day, everything is on social media and everything is time-stamped. Okay, so if someone plagiarizes your content and like gets a lot of fame from that, right? You can always kind of sue them and show them evidence that there is a date, I have put this, yours sounds exactly like mine, and it will kind of hold ground. Okay, we can probably talk a bit more about copyrights and all those things in one of these sessions where I can get a lawyer to come on board maybe, or take some tips from them. Okay, stop calling, yeah. Okay, complex ragas, how to identify, again long process, Purujit, and not quite related to this session, but I'll definitely answer that in one of the sessions. Okay, also post same video on YouTube and Insta, why would someone watch the same thing in both the platforms? So what can we do in that case? So what you should do is you should make a slightly longer video for YouTube and cut a shorter video out of it for Insta. That's it. Okay, or so like I do with Raga chords. Raga chords are super long videos, but I take out the essence. Not Chaitanya does it. He takes out the essence and he's able to do like 3 reels per episode, and he takes out that essence and puts it in like 1 minute reels and gives it to me. Okay, so big help that he does. You can do it on your own as well. The breakdowns that I have done on Insta, a lot of them, a lot of the theory that I have given has been cut. So if you see a similar version of it on YouTube, it has a bit more theory in it. So for those who are interested in that theory, so like that. So ideally make for YouTube and cut Insta from it, but you have to plan it. Okay, you have to script it and plan it where you know, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about and this is what I can take out for Instagram. I have to be very clear about that. Okay, grow as a vocalist and music producer. How could educative, informative videos help me in this case? Purujit, come on, you're asking it just for the sake of asking. Educative and informative videos will definitely help because you are getting educated and informed, right? How do the vocals post-processing after doing the... How to do the vocal post-processing after doing the recording? Again, Bhargav, big point because it's vocal production. Okay? A lot goes into it. You have to, starting from, I can throw terms here, starting from gain staging to EQing to compressing to adding reverbs and delays to adding a lot of presence in your vocals, right? Things like that. Reductive EQ, parallel compression, a lot goes on for your voice to kind of kick. Okay, quick vocal exercise that will have a major difference in the voice, please. Oh, one big vocal exercise that I can tell you is sing Akar. Okay, if you're driving and you don't have time to practice, play your favorite song, sing it in Akar. Don't bother about the lyrics. Entire song, Akar. Okay, that's the most amazing tip that I have come up with and given, and it is working brilliantly for some of my students. Short of your music of Man of Steel, finally I found you. Thanks, Sher. Workshop ka time. Hey, Ashwin. In the voice, please. Okay, yeah, that's done. Okay, I think we are almost out. Ashwin, your raga chords are really big. Thanks, Ashwin. Thank you so much. Finally, you wrote something different. Okay, how to enroll Saturday workshop. Okay, I am beginner and I tried to record my first ever cover in Audacity. There's always problem with audio video sync. What to do? Don't use Audacity. Okay, Audacity is the worst software. If you have an iPhone or a iPad, I'm just assuming, if at all you have that, try using GarageBand. It's super cheap. I think it's free, or maybe just like 200 rupees or something that software is. I think it is free. Apple devices, GarageBand is free. You try using GarageBand. If you don't have an Apple device, try using something called BandLab. Okay, it's a free software, online software, BandLab. Okay, look it up. It works very similar to how any other DAW will work, and it'll solve the problem. Don't use Audacity. Audacity is please. I know audio video sync goes for a toss. Yeah. BandLab is free. Cubase is nice, but not a big fan. BandLab is free. Yeah, Arjita, that answers your question. Okay, BandLab is free. How to learn audio editing? Watch videos. Indrayani, watch videos or sign up for a Udemy class, because Udemy class will go to Udemy, sign up the cheapest music production class on the software that you have, or the free software, which is BandLab. You can find YouTube videos also and not spend on Udemy. You can just Google up on YouTube, just look up basics of BandLab or something like that, and you will find videos which will walk you through the absolute basics. Okay. I tried. There you go. And 4 year. And I asked in terms of posting educative and informative videos. Oh, okay. Now I understand, Purujit. Okay. So thing is, you have to keep in mind what kind of persona you are looking to build. See, I always wanted to be a rock star. Okay. And that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy teaching, because teaching and music are like the two great passions that I have, and I discovered my passion for teaching when I was working, because my job, I was working for an NGO, and my job was to create, along with my colleagues, create a course on solar photovoltaics and teach the government ITIs and diploma students in Haryana, Rajasthan, some parts of Telangana even, mainly, very interior underprivileged institutes. Go there and give them free sessions. Of course, we were paid for by corporate grants and all. Go and give them free session, like 5-day sessions on basics of solar photovoltaics, how solar panels work, how to install them. That was my job. I did that for 5 years. I trained more than 5,000 candidates. Okay, so that's where I discovered a passion for teaching, and I got the two passions together, and that's why I'm like doing what I'm doing. I like to call myself as a music educator now than a rock star, but that doesn't undermine the rock star side of me. I would really like to show you guys the rock star side of me. If my band picks up a bit more and I get the opportunity to perform at your city, you will see the rock star side of me, right? But yes, that is there. It'll if you give information, it'll definitely help. It'll bring people on board. But remember, people are coming for the information. Okay, and it is only now that I'm seeing it happen that, when I sing something and try to give an information, people comment about my voice, people comment about how I sang it, they start commenting about my singing capabilities, which makes me feel nice, right? So I feel very happy when people notice how I sang it, how if I added some intricacies to it, how I sang it. So that's how you warm people up to that side of you, that hey, you know what, he's an educator, but hey, check out, he sings well, or he produces music very well, he's a nice beat maker or whatever, and it'll be worthwhile listening to his songs and not just follow him for his information or his education part. Okay, so yes, in giving information will definitely help. If you have things to talk about, things to present your viewpoint and teach people about certain things, you should definitely do that. Okay, it will definitely bring people in. Good. All right, I think we can finish here, but don't go yet. There is one last thing on YouTube today. Sorry, Insta, it's okay. No, you know what the great part is? This Sony ZV-1 is still working. Okay, I think it is getting charged while it is plugged in. So that's such a great revelation. I was so worried because I set up another DSLR, my old DSLR, right on standby here, that if this conks off, I'll switch that on. I have a Lenovo webcam that if both of them conk off, I'll switch that on. I have all alternatives, but thankfully I didn't need to use any of them. So big win for Sony ZV-1. Okay, if you guys are looking for a camera, by the way, Amazon is running a Great India sale and they are giving like some 20,000 off on this camera. If you have the money and if you're looking for a camera, buy this. This is working review for you guys. Right, no affiliate income attached here. This is pure heartfelt review. Thank you, Sony. All right, I just want to show you guys one last video which will just complete everything, and hope you guys can see it. I'll close this. It's the end of the presentation part, this video. Okay, there you go. So I just took a screen recording of all my posts. Okay, yeah, hold on, you guys can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it. Okay, hold on. So this is back when I had hair. Okay, I still can have hair. I decide to shave it off. Okay. Right, and this is the famous Naveen on flute. Right, I did a collab, not collab per se, he had like a contest where he asked people to collab with him, and he would do a live call with them. So I got invited for a live call. But look at the plays. These are all reels. 172, 283. This is how it was. Okay. This is my music teacher's granddaughter. She's a brilliant Kuchipudi dancer. Her name is Aishwarya. My music teacher's granddaughter, and we both did a Hey Govind, Hey Gopal. I did a very cinematic orchestration of that, and she rendered it beautifully in dance. This Hey Govind is there on my YouTube page. If you guys want to check that video, do go ahead. She's done a brilliant dance bit in it. Okay, so yeah, but check out the real plays and all. Okay, with a French beard, doing random flips, like trying to do a Yashraj Mukhate. That was this. Okay, yeah, keep going. See, it's all just 200 sing. The moment I said same tune, one feels happy, the other feels sad, I just changed. These are like hints of things that could work. Okay, this is a reel where I played a song and I just changed one note and it felt a little sad. Look at the difference in views. Okay, so that is an indicator that okay, this might work. So that it was one of the seeds of this. I'll tell about how to enroll for the workshop. Just give me. That's the last thing I'll say. Okay. Then certain other things. I started talking about some more things. Started gathering more traction. You keep going. Look, 3150. This was very Corona related. So I just played on the word Corona, and it was a stupid reel. It was very stupid, but it was funny. So it was entertaining. So people related, and it got. I put some reels of myself playing flute. No, not many people cared. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because these are the people who probably are still sticking around. So I'm actually grateful for these 200, 400 people, right? There are people who have been with me when I was at 800 and are still there. So I think those people matter a lot. But see, look at the randomness. I'm putting some video of me walking, me playing badminton with my wife, doing some cooking. This probably has something musical, that's why it's gone more views. Okay, just see how random it was. And then some songs I did, then the dosa song released, so it did a little better. Okay, so these are all around the dosa song. So by the way, you should check it out. It's like a very funny edit. It was shot and produced 100% in house by me and my band members, and it was a song about dosa. That's it. And we did a green screen shoot in our house, edited it on our crappy Windows laptop using a very cheap software, and it's ridiculous, but it's funny. But the song is brilliant. I really love that song. Okay, I have rapped in that song, so you can see that side of me. So there you go. Dosai, that's what it's called. You can go to Vahak page and type DOSAI and you will find that song. So see, some videos are getting attention. Guess the song. You see, guess the song, and it has something to do, something for the audience to do, and it has views. And if I just put random things, it's not really getting attention. And then this Pari Ori, that thing was catching on, so I hopped on that bandwagon and did a couple of reels, and it got me some views. Okay, pa re ho rahi hai. Give it a musical touch. Pa re, like that. Okay, instead of pa re. It was again stupid, but yeah, something still musical. Right? This was again about dosa. Pass ho gaya kya? This is again trying to get my funny side here. Parents ask pass ho gaya kya, and I'm singing pass hai fir bhi paas nahi humko ye ehsaas nahi ghumraaz nahi. That song, Jashne Bahara, from that line. Okay, so it was a play on words. So it worked well because it had that entertainment value. No education there, entertainment. Okay, again silly things, trying to do silly things. Yeah, then Mahaganapatim, things started turning around here. Okay, and see, there you go. Not sure how to start your singing journey. You see the stark difference. 74k. This is because this video still gathers a lot of attention. Okay, that is why it is like this. Then things changed because this video then took me from this video and the other video, which I cannot find now, took me from 800 to 8000. Okay, and then you see a lot of thing collabs with, oh, by the way, Shivraj, this is Project Mishram's vocalist, mind-blowing person. Oh my god, this guy is crazy. Thanks, Arjita. Yeah, I know. My wife is calling me. She's like, "Arey, you said 1.5 hours. You've been off for 2.5 hours." Anyway, so that's how these things go. So you see, now things are changing. Here I'm you're talking about Pratimadhyama being, or the Tivrama being an enhancer. Like, so I give example of how Bilawal or Shankarabharanam, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, you create a tune in that, and then sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, the happiness gets enhanced. If you take Bhairav or Maya Malav Gaula, which is sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, and you put the make the ma tivra, it becomes Kamavardhani or Bantu Varali or Purya Dhanashri. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. So that ma enhances. Tivra ma enhances whatever emotion the Shuddha ma gives. So I was talking about that. You see something interesting. Okay. So happy becomes happier, sad becomes sadder, things like that. Okay. And then just opened a whole world of ideas. Now you see, start seeing the difference. Then there are silly, stupid reels every now and then which don't get that much traction, but reels where I am trying to add well. I did a lot of a cappella reels. I did a lot of explaining chords in Indian music context, which is there. You can go check the reels, but the workshops will also happen. Okay, so just kept going on and on. I'll just let this play now. Just keep see. This is the video. Oh, there you go. Oh, it is there. Oh, how come I missed it? 180k. This is the video which was the first tail event. Okay, Abby V collaboration, 12k. Lot of acapella. Then again some stupid things where I made an original by sampling the hammer noise that was being that was coming from the house upstairs. I sampled it, made it into a snare, and made a song about people hammering the ceiling or something like that and not letting me sing or something like that. It was all in a day's work. I took it as a challenge because I had a lot of time, and I made an entire song, in one day, including the music video, and I posted it. I said I'll do it in the morning and posted it in the evening. And I did this because I had 8,000 odd people at this time who were interested in what I was offering. Okay. Right. Now see, again, every now and then you'll find videos which do not get a lot of traction because the content is not what people are looking for. I thought it is interesting. People didn't think so. Okay. This is Rohit Jairam. Then an original with my band Nirvana, collab with Sound Guy Sam. I'm not sure whether he's here today, but Sound Guy Sam, he's a brilliant producer. Yeah, my band Vahak has like 2 collabs with him. One of the song Nirvana has made it into Spotify editorial playlists. So it's a nice song. Both Nirvana and Anhad, both of them are very nice production, right? Some snippets from the hard rock show that we have done. Some videos fly off, some don't. You see, it keeps happening. I also did remix with Karthik stuff where I sang Vande Mataram a cappella and asked people to sing the main Vande Mataram on top of it, remix it. You can do things like this, right? With Sukanya. Okay, she's my personal favorite. She sounds so much. She reminds me of Chitrama. It's just brilliant. She's my personal favorite of all the top singers, right? This bass guy, he's twinning with him. He's brilliant. He's stopped posting things. I think he's gotten busy with things. So yeah, acapella, some tutorials on ear training. Okay, by the way, I'm actually working on an app. I'm getting an app made for ear training, so stay tuned for that. I'll launch that app hopefully sometime this year. And yeah, now see, this is a short film in which me and my guitarist, we did the background score for 719 around it. So 13k, 5,000, 7k, 9k, but this is getting only 719 because people were not interested in listening to this. As simple as that. People did not want this. They wanted this. This was a graphic of how the 4 chords in major C major is there, right? Yeah. There you go. See, it is going up. It's a gradual process. You see how many posts I have put. I made a song when I reached 8888 followers. I sang 88888888, used that as a sample, made a song out of it. Okay. So yeah, again Rohit Jairam, he's again one of my personal favorites. Actually, yeah, it's a close contest between Rohit and Suganya. Right? With my band members, some raga chord snippet, randomly putting me working out. Okay, doesn't get something with my band members. Okay, but see, yeah, see 15k, this is like 4k, that's 15k. Acapella reels were working very well for me, so I kept doing that for a while. Okay, then one remix of Jacob Collier song. Then around the Margari season, I started reinterpreting the Tirupavai, those songs. Tamil people will know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that's exactly that's why I'm showing this video, because how it has evolved and how much effort it took to reach where it has come. And most of the work is during that plateau period. That's what it is. Okay, so I did Tirupavai. Hopefully, if I have time this year, I want to do all the Tirupavai's like hip hop pop versions, so that youngsters are able to appreciate the literature behind it and all that, right? That's the intention, right? There you go. So yeah, some things, a New Year greeting that I made from like AI generated stuff, 600 views. Why do that? Doesn't matter, right? People, if I probably put a story where I said, hey guys, I wish you all a happy new year, it'll probably have more traction. But I wanted to try it. Didn't work. Now I know better, right? See, you can see how the lighting is changing, how things are improving. The lighting is improving, things are changing, how it started and how it is going. You see? It is changing. The lighting is there. This is some work that I do. This is a client's work. This page is called Yar Music. Again, Tamil people will know Yar Music. He does all Murugan, Tirpugar and all, and he gives me a lot of work to make modern versions of Tirpugar. See, Reshma is there. People, I'm sure Reshma has attended one of my harmony classes, and she did there. I had no clue who she was, but then when I saw some of her videos, my mind was blown. Reshma Raghavendra, that's her name. She's from the reality show tribe, but she's currently doing shows all around South India, singing a lot of film songs, Malayalam cinema. Beautiful voice. What a brilliant singer. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this I think his name is Kiran, right? He's also very good, right? I don't remember some name. Then I did some harmony, this, that, right? Random things. You keep trying things. Some work, some don't work. Some fly off, some don't fly off. I did a mental health with this friend of mine who's a psychiatrist, right? Dr. Anant. I did that. I did a live with him about mental health for musicians. How to find Shruti of a song. Okay, what the key the song is in, basically. Right? Sa, where is the sa? Sa kahan pe hai? Right? Here. A nice triple collab with Gandhar Amin, brilliant flute player, and Satvik, again, brilliant vocalist. I did the production, he played the flute, he sang. I did the production and the background vocals. Okay, understanding compressors. These are actually getting pretty well received. A lot of interaction in them, but not many plays. Right. This is where I started improving. You see how the thumbnails have started changing. I've put thumbnails here. Right, the thumbnails are changing. Did a holy thing with my little one, a musicathon, played the show with my band, right? Something, some ear training is coming back. It's all about music, right? There you go. Some stupid thing every now and then I'll do, and then it won't work, and I'll be like, okay, fine, move on. Right? Raga chord snippets. I did this myself, like took snippets out of it, but they are getting much more traction now because Chaitanya is doing such a better job of adding subtitles and like having fast cuts and like really filtering out the essence of that episode. So it matters. My editing skills are not that great, right? I can do edit. I can make edits, but he's much more efficient, right? So yeah, I leave it up to him. There you go. Chaitanya, काफी marketing हुई है बेटा तुम्हारी आज. Right? So yeah, so I'll just let this run now. So you see, so now 10K, 11K, then 144K, something starts picking up, 21K, this. Things, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, right? Then you keep going. These are the what if series that I did with my band. Some of them really flew up, like 150K and all. Kesaria and all went crazy. This is Aditya. Did a collab with him. This was a very funny episode. You see, it was very entertaining. It was very funny actually. It got a lot of traction compared to say this what if which I did with my band, which didn't get much. Okay. Right. There you go. Some get traction, some don't get traction. That's the point I'm trying to make. Again, with Aditya, this one 8K. Okay. Not as good as the previous one, but yeah, still there. Right. There you go. Some what ifs being thrown here and there. Some metal version of Shape of You. We also tried. I tried something. My band tried something. Decent response. Not bad. Right. There you go. Some projects that I worked with, right? With the government schools in Delhi, creating their NCERT textbook poems into songs and adding elements of music education in them, like pitch changes, tempo changes, beat, tal changes and things like that, so that these government school kids who do not have a dedicated music teacher pick up on music skills. That is the project I did with an NGO. It's a very satisfying project. Right, there you go. I'll just let this play now. That's it. I think I've gotten my point across. So then some work, some don't work. You have to really think of the things that work for you. You have to really polish those things. That's how you go. And then you see the madness has begun. 775. I showed 716 in the snapshot, which I took on Monday. It is 775 right now. This. O Dilruba, even with a mistake in it. Okay, remember, even with a mistake in it, it's gone. It's given me a lot of traction, a lot of followers. When you make a mistake, own up to it. That's it. Acknowledge that you have made a mistake. Move on. That's it. You don't have to feel bad about it. We are all humans. We all make mistakes. Now you see the videos are really even the Raga chord edits are like really flying. Even when I talk about my original music, it is flying 15K. Previously, videos with my band would get me like 3,000, 4,000 plays. It is 15.6K, right? So now I'll use this opportunity to talk a bit more about my band's music on my socials. And that's how I get people to listen to my original music. Okay? Holy crap. Almost 3 hours. This is maddening. Okay, thank you guys so much for staying till the very end. Okay, I am very grateful to have such a brilliant audience who is there to listen to what I have to say. Okay, so if just think about it, if you think you found value in this, please do consider enrolling into the paid workshops. Okay, last word, I'll close with that. The paid workshops, I hope all of you are there on Instagram, because Instagram is my marketplace. There's no way I can talk about my upcoming workshops on YouTube. I cannot. Okay, so if you're not on Instagram, please come to Instagram from YouTube. You can just look up @Karthik Music Mentor, and you will find my profile, and you can follow me there on Instagram. The way you were informed about this workshop, I put something on my stories, so keep checking that. I'll put the details as a post and into my stories. If you reply to the story, you will get the DM. The ManyChat automation will throw in the details into your DM with the links and the booking details and all that. Okay, so 12th August, 19th August, 26th August, the first workshop is going to be on voice culture and care. Okay, voice culture and care. Some do's and don'ts, some practice tips, some practice templates for you to improve your voice, things like that. Okay, I'll put the details tomorrow itself, and I'll put it as a story. If you're interested, go there. But before I put the story, I'll announce the person who's person or persons. I'll just take a call who's won the giveaway pass for 4 sessions. Okay, so I'll do that, and then I'll announce. So of course, whoever has won the giveaway, please don't book your seats. Others, this is the workshops are paid workshops, so it'll happen on Zoom. And my Zoom currently has only 100 participant limit, so the tickets are going to be 100. Please spread it among your friends and give me a reason to upgrade my Zoom profile to like 1,000 people or something like that. Okay, so please talk about it to your friends and ask them to join. If you found value, I'm sure you'll find value in every session, because that's what I strive for. I want to give you the best value information from the bottom of my heart. I want you guys to truly like gain from what I have to offer. That's my purpose. And if you found this session useful, you will definitely find all the other sessions useful. So thank you so much for all the love and attention that you have given. I hope I could help you with certain things today. Until next time, this is Karthik Sekaran signing off. Thank you so much. Bye.